Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing mic number 2. Testing mic number 2. Testing. Go ahead and test that one.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Okay, let me get this on. Make sure we can hear it. Testing sound. Game kickoff should be in about 13 minutes. If you are waiting for the game, we will stay right here with it as long as the sound's working good. If you want to mention in the sound or the chat if sound's working, that would help us out. Or if it sounds bad. Sounds good to me. All right. So I think sounds good. We will be back here in a little bit for the Eastern Hancock Royals and the New Albany Bulldogs here in week number 2. All right. Welcome to Charlottesville, Indiana, where we have the Eastern Hancock Royals taking on the New Albany Bulldogs. We have a 7:30 p.m. kickoff, quite a travel for New Albany. And the teams are just coming out, getting ready to take the field. And got a pretty good crowd. It's pretty hot and warm. It rained a little bit today, but the skies look pretty good right now.
And
hopefully,
here come your Eastern Hancock Royals.
And we got Turner Myers from my Intro to Communications class joining me today.
Hello.
How you doing?
Glad to be here. Another great day for football.
Yes, it's a little warm where we're at.
A little bit.
I kind of wish we were out in the breeze a little bit.
Me too.
But Royals taking on 5A New Albany. I believe Mr. Gallion, Coach Gallion, has done the research that New Albany is the largest school that we have ever played against in football. And so it's going to be a challenge, obviously, right there. Just that matchup of just a larger school against a smaller school. But I know the coaches have been working hard, the players have been working hard, and they're ready for this challenge.
And I've talked to some of the players, and they are really confident that they can make this a competitive football game and possibly come out with a win.
Right. I think we're seeing, like I said, sometimes you deal with a little bit of size difference, strength difference sometimes when you deal with big school, small school. But I really feel like our skill position players can really compete for sure, and I think the linemen and they'll do fine as well. So they're really excited to play.
And most definitely is. If we keep the turnovers down, we'll definitely have a chance in this game.
So you wonder how New Albany comes out of this with, 2.5, 3 hour drive, on a bus coming up here. It'd be interesting to see, maybe how that would affect you. I am glad that it looks like the weather's going to be nice, and I was a little worried about when they were talking about storms, a team that travels that far, and then you get lightning delays and things like that. And so it looks like we're not going to have any of those problems. We've got the few things I just want to mention while you're on there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's EH Athletics, and hit that notification bell, and you'll know anytime that we go live for any event. We've been doing quite a bit of volleyball games and obviously some football games as well. So hit that notification bell so you know as soon as we go live. We're also on Facebook at EH Sports Network and on Twitter at EH Sports Network. So you can view us at all three of those locations. Make sure you share it. Let people know about the stream that might want to watch, and we'll try to do the best to keep you up to date on the action on the field. And anything else, Turner? What do you think?
I'm just ready for another great day of football.
Yeah, it was a good week last week. Houston Swan threw for
386 yards, 4 touchdowns,
yep.
No turnovers.
Right, and it was a school record 386 yards. So
who held the record before that?
I believe it was it might have been Houston or Jarrett who was announcing last week. I can't remember, but I know it's just over 300 has been usually the record. So we're excited to see how they come out. Again, we're getting the simulated coin toss. Looks like we have
Tyler Spear and JP Fox out there by the refs.
Yep, they're getting ready to. I don't know if they actually walk out. You're going to see some changes a little bit on just COVID-related situations. You don't have the typical handshake lines.
You don't have the good game lines at the end.
Yeah.
They just wave at each other from the sidelines now.
Right. And I mean, there's a small part of me that doesn't miss that. So
yeah.
I hope that kind of stays around, because sometimes those handshake lines are sometimes causes confrontation after a match. So
there's always those people that don't shake your hand.
Yeah. So if that stayed away, I probably wouldn't be too sad about it. But they just kind of usually do a little wave. I've heard some teams, they walk by and tap on the helmet. I've heard they've done that at some games. With this 7:30 start here, and it looks like, looks like the Royals are going to receive and start with the football. But with this late start, we've already got the lights on.
Friday night lights.
So we'll see how this goes. So we'll try to keep the clock up to date for you as best we can, and we'll try to keep the down and distance for you verbally. So, but thank you for joining us. We've already got, I believe,
57 people.
57 people watching. I think we had 123 was our max we had watching at one time last week. We had 64 watching a volleyball game this week, which was a really good game between the Royals and Westdell. Few previews here while we're getting ready to kick off. Both teams are 1-0 and never have played each other before, so as you can see. Last week, New Albany defeated Bloomington South, and the Royals defeated Alexandria.
Both teams put up 40-plus points last game, so this seems to be a high offensive game.
Yeah, I think we saw New Albany more of a rushing attack, while the Royals obviously are the air raid passing attack.
Sure rely on the right arm of Houston Swan a lot here.
Right. And he really had a great game. He didn't really have too many errant throws. Watching from Niagara Falls. Awesome. Nice thing about the passing attack, we do have a lot of receivers here that do catch. We'll get to that in a minute. Kickoff there.
Zach Arnold fields it from about the 10. He's going to go left to right. He's going to turn it upfield. He's got room. Zach Arnold, far sideline, and he is brought down about the 39-yard line.
And we do have instant replay tonight, so I don't know. Royals kind of move fast on offense, so sometimes I can't quite get the plays, but nice start there by Zach, getting in the open field and turning it up.
Houston Swan, of course, making the start at quarterback. I believe he started every game since his freshman season at quarterback.
Yes. Got a few different receivers out here tonight. Tyler Spear.
Tyler Spear's closest to your screen, number 8.
I'm not sure who's farthest distance over there.
Empty look for the Royals to start the game.
Yeah, 5 out. Can't see who's the receiver on the other side, but
I can't either.
But
he's going to take the snap and just go right up the gut with it, and he'll pick up about 2 on the play.
Yeah, so I don't know if they were trying to maybe catch him off guard, thinking, this team passes a lot.
Well,
spread him out and
definitely
Houston
move.
run.
He's not a statue back there at all.
Right, I think maybe trying to get them to worry about that's Ashton Smith over there on the far side.
And it looks like they're going to stay in 5 wide here on second down.
You can see that the Royals, we've been a passing team ever since Houston's become quarterback.
Yes,
really.
we have. And we're going to throw it, and it's dropped by Landon O'Neill.
Yeah, Landon got his hands on it.
Yep.
I think he was a little worried about getting popped.
Heard the footsteps.
So we're 3rd and 7 here for the Royals here. Big 3rd down. We typically go for it on 4th down, but it'd be interesting to see if that's the strategy against a 5A school. Looks like they're getting the play from Coach Gallion right now.
It looks like Caden Sotelo is an out receiver for this game. And it looks like Tyler Spear is the replacement for him.
Yep. Houston
5 wide again.
Houston, I think, is helping with some of the signals to some of the receivers that maybe haven't been playing as much lately. And play clock ran all the way down. It's going to be a penalty.
Back him up 5 yards. Against a 5A school, you really can't do mistakes like that.
Well, part of it you got to see. We got Tyler didn't play any receiver last week. Ashton, I don't think got in at receiver unless it was late. So got a few different receivers out there that weren't in last week. So it's kind of their first game at these positions.
Yeah, it looks like Cole and Caden are not starting at receiver this week. 5 wide for the 3rd straight play here on 3rd down and 12. Houston's going to throw. Free rusher. Houston escapes. He's past the line of scrimmage, and he picks up about 3. And that's going to be 4th down.
Kind of picked up the yardage we lost on the penalty. And so typically we go for it. So it's interesting to see what we decide to do here.
We got 4th down and 6.
Like we said, we got Houston at quarterback, Zach Arnold, Tyler Spear, Ashton Smith, J.P. Fox, and Landon O'Neill playing receiver.
Zach Arnold is to Houston's left now at running back in the shotgun.
And the snap to Houston on this 4th down. Good
and
throw.
It hit Smitty in the hands that was on the ground and just bounced off.
Yep, went to the ground, and that's going to be turnover on downs. I'm sure that's not the start that the Royals really wanted. It'd be this right here. Those will adjust to whatever. You can speed it up. We'll get the clock. The clock is somewhat of a suggestion, so we'll try to keep it as close as we can. Sometimes it's hard to keep it here in football. So now the defense. So just like on offense, we didn't see Cole or Caden. On offense, we don't see them on defense either, and they're a huge part of our defensive squad.
And New Albany on their first play of the game will run it, and they will only gain about 3 yards.
And it looks like Simmons, number 3, is their quarterback. He's a junior, 6'2" junior. As we try to get used to some of these numbers.
And it's another run play. No, it's a fake. He's going to look long.
That's over there, JP.
And JP with great defense on that.
And interesting to note here, JP's playing defense, and he doesn't traditionally usually play on defense. So it's going to be his first night here on a hot evening trying to play both offense and defense.
Well, he looked pretty good there for his first time.
Well, I would trust JP anytime in the defense. If there's a ball up for grabs, I'm taking JP.
Oh, yeah. His receiver skills are just going to kick in, and he's going to go for that ball.
Yep. So a little different for him, but it'd be interesting to see how he adjusts to the situation.
He'll adapt. He's a natural football player. And this time they will run it to number 10.
Nice.
And that is a great stop. That is number 78 on the tackle.
78 for the Royals, Hunter Knudsen. So big play by Hunter. There's Hunter. So the 6', 260-pound senior making the big play there and forcing 4th down.
And New Albany will go for it on 4th and 7 on the eastern Hancock side of the field.
So defensive line holding strong on those 2 runs.
They're going to have to against this run-first offense. Simmons will throw on 4th down. He's pressured. He gets it away in time, and it's dropped.
Nice defense there by the Royals.
Smitty played great defense on that.
So Coach Armstrong, head coach and defensive coordinator, has to be extremely happy with that defensive possession there, where the Bulldogs started with the ball in their own territory, and they got them 4 and out. Checker clock. I know it's hard to.
Yeah.
So the Royals now take over. Neither team really to get anything going. So we definitely didn't expect to see defensive stops.
Coming into this, both teams scored 40-plus points. I didn't expect 4 and out both drives.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Here we go. Good. See what the Royals can do from here.
Swan throws the quick little bubble to Cole. He's back in at receiver, and his first catch goes.
Kind of a late hit to the head. There we go. Penalty.
The ref throws the flag, and we have a New Albany player down.
And that's interesting there. I got the replay on that. That's interesting there. I mean, Cole was kind of being held up there, and then the New Albany player right in front of the referee just took a shot at Cole's head. And the New Albany player, I think, has paid the price for it. Mm-hmm. While we have a break here, let's see if we can catch that replay, and we'll even see I think we'll see the action there that happened afterwards. So here we And that's good to see. Rainbolt's going to get some playing time, if not as much as he normally does. But here he's down, and then all of a sudden it's just a shot.
It's an unnecessary hit.
And then the player that was actually under Cole is the one that's injured right now. So I'm not sure if he was injured before that late hit or what. So we will talk a little bit more. We'll talk about the conference a little bit. Mid-Eastern Conference standings, nobody's played each other yet. So tonight you got Heritage Christian at Shenandoah, Monroe Central at Union City, obviously New Albany here at Eastern Hancock, and West Dell is traveling to Tri-Central. The first conference game of the season will be next week when West Dell comes here to Charlottesville. And we'll see how it goes. All 4 teams won last week. As you can see, the Royals defeated Alexandria. Monroe Central defeated, you can see it better than I can, Wabash. And then
Shenandoah comes out with a 1-point win against Cecina, and West Dell beats Blackford by 5.
Yeah, and that's an impressive win there by Shenandoah, beating Cecina, who's traditionally a state powerhouse. And they're tending to the injured Bulldog down there, and trainers are out there. All players are taking a knee, and we'll break here for a commercial.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
So we're still being, I don't know who the player is, so we're not going to speculate, and but they're still being checked over and by the medical staffs. Do you want to talk Turner's in my intro to communications class? So I got a whole new group of students this year that helped out some with the live stream last year. So now we have a whole new group, and Turner's going to help out some with some football games and kind of learn a little bit about broadcasting and live streaming. And we did our first halftime report, which is our first one. So
could have been better, but for a first one, not bad.
Yeah, we will hopefully get better. So if you want to stick around for the beginning of halftime, we'll play that halftime report. And we will then good to see he's sat up.
Yeah, he's sat up.
He's set up, so and he's actually going to stand up here a little bit. I think we're looking at he's getting a lot of help here, so both crowds applauding for the player. He's got his leg in a air cast, I think. So we hope that he's does all right here, and it's a long ways from home. That's one thing I think about sometimes when you see someone get injured, even more, that so far from home. But
yeah, you just hope it's nothing serious.
But we are players getting attended to, and it'll be interesting what the policy will be here, because I believe if that ambulance goes, we can't start until another one shows up. So we'll see. We may have a slight delay possibly. But hopefully everything's all right for the New Albany Bulldog. As he's...
I think someone in the chat said his name was Brendan, sorry.
Yes.
So hopefully Brendan's okay. It's nothing serious as...
And we'll see. I think
they're taking the field.
We may be able to play here.
And it is 1st and 10 from the New Albany 43, I think.
Sometimes it's hard to come back and get motivated to play right after something like that. So.
And it looks like the refs are talking to both of the players now.
Well, after the penalty, it may be something to deal with just that light hit penalty, and let's play football. Let's be safe. Let's kind of get both teams to take care of each other a little bit.
And Eastern back in the 5 wide, 1st and 10. Motion man is Zach Arnold, and they just do the flip pass to him, and Zach will get to about the 40 on the play.
It's always impressive how that, that counts as a completion.
Yeah.
Technically, he tosses it forward. If it's a handoff, it would be a run, but he tosses it, and it's always amazing how that seems to get yardage almost every time. That jet sweep action. And so, good gain there, and maybe the Royals can get some momentum going here on offense here early in this contest.
Now Zach Arnold is lined up at running back next to Houston in the gun. And Houston will throw. He's going to dump it underneath to Zach Arnold, and he cuts up field and gets to about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much after that. So you can kind of see we're trying to get Zach out in space and use his speed.
Yeah, he's one of the fastest players on this team.
Yeah.
If he's not the fastest.
Yeah, Zach and Cole.
They can fly.
Zach and Cole, I think in track they're pretty similar in speed, but Zach just looks faster. I don't know. It's something about Zach.
It's the sleeve.
Yeah, something about Zach just makes him look like he's just moving. So here we are, 3rd down, big play here, 3rd and 5.
Another 5 wide formation. Houston will throw. He's going to go long down the sideline and couldn't connect with JP.
Yeah, it was a little bit wide to the outside. I think if he caught it, it would have been out of bounds.
Yeah.
But we took a lot of shots last week downfield, and it worked out. So big play here, going 4th down and 5. We'd like to keep this momentum going for the Royals. Sorry if you're watching from New Albany, we might be a little homerish, but we really like this Royal football squad. So
trips to the left of the screen for Houston, and on 4th down he's going to roll, and he's going to fire to the sideline. He's got Smitty, and he underthrew it.
Yeah, way short.
He had him open too.
Interesting though, if he would have just dropped it, they would have got the ball all the way here at the.
Works about as a punt would.
Yeah, so it's really not that horrible of a play, and that.
No.
They actually that interception cost New Albany about 40 yards there, 30 to 40 yards, as they're now at the 5 instead of being at the 40. So, unfortunately, an interception for Swan.
First of the season.
But I think that would have been better than a punt.
Yeah.
So, New Albany is backed up, so it'll be interesting to see how they attack this. I imagine being a run-first, typically, team.
And it looks like JP Fox is still the deep safety on defense.
Yep.
And they run the ball.
Oh, he's got space
and
now.
He's got room. And he picks up a 1st down.
So taken down there by, is that Wes Kane, I think, got the tackle?
I think so, yeah.
So he kind of ran to the left and then cut it upfield, and we were just slightly out of position there. Good little game for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
They needed that to get them out of their own end zone.
And they will give it to Miles Johnson, the running back.
Good job there by.
And there's a flag on the field.
I'm not sure what the flag is, but that was Kane Sotelo that kind of chased him down from behind and tripped him up. So the sophomore, Kane Sotelo, chased him from behind. And the Bulldogs are going to get called for holding, so that's going to negate the play. Back him up 10 yards. And some of our loyal Iowa viewers, and lots of Swan family out there watching from Austin, Texas. Thanks. We always love to hear where people are watching from, so we really appreciate.
I'm going to throw the quick bubble here, and he's going to get about the penalty yardage back on that play.
Yep, and I mean really well defended by the Royals, and kind of just contain it. And that kind of a play, you just want to keep them in front.
So far, this has been a lot more of a defensive game than I assumed that it would be.
Right. So, see what Simmons does with his hands off again, right up the middle, and he's
got
open.
A hole. Zach Arnold's the only person that can track him down, and he's to the 20, the 10, and Zach can't make the tackle. That is a touchdown for New Albany.
So touchdown, New Albany. Let's see if we can get that replay. I mean, he just kind of broke in the open. Zach had a chance there. I thought he was going to get him at the end. We'll see if we can get this. It might not be able to get to it.
I don't think anyone touched him until Zach did.
Yeah, right at the goal line. He was chasing him down. Like I said, Zach's one of our fastest guys in the school.
And the line on that play, they got about 5 yards upfield.
Yep. I'll watch your clock. We're at 7 minutes. There's 7 minutes and 19 seconds left as they kick this extra point. Like I said, we'll try to keep the clock as close as possible, but sometimes
you just get caught up in the play, and you literally lose track of time.
It's not so much as like basketball. You hear a whistle, you hit the stop button. You know, it's a little bit different in football. So, and we're running it manually ourselves here. But we'll do the best we can to keep it as close as we can. So big play there, right, by New Albany. Did that extra point go in? Yep. So it's 7-0. Do want to thank our sponsors you see scrolling there in the lower left-hand corner. Those are our corporate sponsors for the athletic department and athletic boosters. If you're interested in becoming a corporate sponsor, you can contact the Eastern Hancock Athletic Boosters, or the athletic department can get you set up with that. There's about 3 or 4 packages, I believe, different price ranges that get you different things, but all packages get you your logo scrolling on the live stream. So if that's something of interest to you, for your company and business, contact the EH Athletic Department. So big play right there is the difference, you know, breaking out in the open, and that's what we're going to have to make sure we contain, obviously, at this point.
And both defenses played very well up to that point. That's the only big play that we've had.
Right. So,
and I think there's only been 2 first downs. Both have been by New Albany.
I think we got one early.
Okay.
Well, I guess it was the penalty. We got when Cole got hit late would be a first down, but I'm trying to think of any other runs. So New Albany kicks it.
It's an onside kick, and
is it loose
fight
still?
For the football. And they're going to say New Albany has it.
Yep, so momentum goes heavily into New Albany's favor right now as they kick the onside kick, and the Royals weren't quite ready for that and gave it up. So, and Coach Armstrong's going over there to talk to him. They're trying to figure it out here.
Is there a certain amount of distance the onside kick has
does,
to go? I know in the NFL it's 10.
I believe it's the same. So, and it's where the ball is, it would be 10 yards past. So, now the defense, after just playing and chasing down I didn't even see who scored their touchdown.
It was number 10, Miles Johnson.
Miles Johnson. I mean, after chasing him down the full length of the football field, now they got to go out there and try to play defense again. So, big momentum shift right now. Hopefully the Royals can get this stopped and turn it.
Man, and they will run it up the gut. That is number 12 in a running back now. That is
Winford,
the junior, I believe.
Yep.
And there is a Royal down. It looks to be Hunter Knutson, slow to get up.
Winford, the ball carrier, taken down by Royals. Kane Sotelo
Walks off on his own power. That's good to see.
Kane Sotelo getting quite a bit of playing time right now.
Did he play last week on defense?
Not much. I think he's part of that Caden, his brother being out situation, and Cole doesn't look like Cole Rainbolt's playing defense tonight.
And it's a fake. He's going to look long. He's going to get wide open, and that's going to be another New Albany touchdown as he showboats into the end zone.
So that's two big plays, and defense. I think going into it, I really thought our offense would be able to go against New Albany's defense, but I was a little concerned about our defense. And with having Caden and Cole are huge players for our defense, and I think it's starting to show losing them at this point. So 13, we did get that replay, so we'll play it here in a moment after the extra point.
And the kick is up, and it is good.
It is good. It was...
Looked like it got tipped at the line.
Yeah, but it still got through. So here is that replay. So I'm not sure who was. I mean, I'm not going to guess on coverage situations and who's supposed to be covering who, but because I'm no football coach.
That play action, they got that big run, so they went play action shot right after that.
Yeah, and that's going to be, watch it one more time. You got to think that I don't know who coaches our special teams, but I got to think they're already talking to him about covering the onside kick possibility.
Yep.
And not the start the Royals want. Offensively, we've had an interception when we were driving. And defensively, we've given up two big plays.
Back-to-back, too.
Yeah. We knew it was going to be a challenge. It wasn't like we were going to come in here and we were going to have to play well. So you're going to have to play well to compete against these guys. And that's what you want. You want to be able to be challenged a little bit. And so that's what we're getting tonight. And players got to step it up. So maybe some players that aren't used to, in these situations. So 92 is their kicker.
That is
Perry
Towner, the senior.
So he had a nice onside kick last time.
2 extra points to go along with that, too. And New Albany will try the onside kick again, and it is recovered this time by the Royals.
So
and Houston, the offense, will come back on 0.
So who covered that up? 53. 53 is Braden Tincher. So
no return on the play as the ball was caught by 53, Braden Tincher.
So the nice thing there is that in that situation is we don't have to go as far down the field. So if we can get something going offensively here, but I think we're going to have to go a little short route stuff. I don't think we're just going to blow by anybody on a deep route. So we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully get some momentum going in the Royals' direction here.
And Houston's going to dump it underneath a Cole Rainbow, and he has the catch, and that'll bring up a 2nd and short, it looks like.
Good job there. Cole right up the middle. Good first down play. Going to get us right down to about 2nd and 1. So that's what it's going to take. You're not going to get 14 points back in one play.
Nope.
So we got to work at that back one play at a time here. It's still early. It's still 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Again, with 4 wide. Trips on this side.
Arnold, the running back. New Albany shows blitz. They bring it, and it's a handoff. Zach Arnold on the sweep, and he picks up the first down.
Good first down there for the Royals, and that's what we do. Just take it a little bit at a time. This offense, I think, we are explosive enough that a 14-point deficit doesn't worry me. So, but we just got to try to get it back a little bit at a time, not try to get it all back in one play.
Houston getting the calls from Gallion from the sideline.
Yep. So he's asking for a reset of the play clock, but we're going to take a timeout, I believe. So we're a little slower than we normally are on getting the getting the plays in, and I think part of that's just having some new guys out there.
Yeah.
So you're having to make sure that some people aren't sure, and I think some players are having to relay the play to some other players, and it's just taking a little bit longer to communication right now.
Yeah, it has to be really hard trying to learn a new position all in 1 week.
Right. But I think Caden Sotelo, obviously an important player for the Royals. He's dressed tonight, but I think I talked to the coach. They weren't anticipating him playing this evening. And talking to the coaches, they kind of expected Cole Rainbolt to play a little limited time, so not as much as he normally would play. So 2 huge key contributors, both on offense and defense, playing limited, if not at all. But next man up, ready to play.
Key to a good football team, your depth shows. And if you have good depth, you're going to be a good football team.
Yep. We were waiting for that timeout to end. I think we called that timeout.
I think it was an official's timeout.
Oh, was it?
I believe.
So.
And I think we are ready to start back now. 2 receivers to the left, to the right for Houston Swan. Arnold next to him in the shotgun.
Got over 100 people watching tonight.
And Houston's going to fire a quick one to Ashton, and he's going to...
Yeah, good job, Smitty.
Wrapped up by 2 New Albany Bulldogs.
Good play there by Smitty. Good catch, turned it upfield.
Long pass complete for first down.
And we'll take it. So maybe these little short routes is also going to maybe open up those deeper things, deeper routes. So
just like that play action opened up that deep shot, or the run, that big run opened up that deep shot for New Albany.
Exactly. It's like we got Houston with Zach Arnold in the backfield. And another short route there, the Rainbolt, and he'll pick up a few. So it's just as good as a run, picking up 3 or 4 or 5 yards. So we'll take them.
A lot of air raid colleges, they use those short runs as an extension of the run game, and I think that's what we're doing here.
Yep. Air raid, the offense that the Royals run. It's a well-known offense for a passing attack, and when you have a quarterback like Houston, you play to your strengths.
Houston's going to throw again here. He's going to fire it long. He's got Cole on the sideline, and he missed him.
Close. He was open. It just I think just a little bit too outside and couldn't quite get to it. So do have a large crowd. I think New Albany only purchased 40 tickets out of the allotment we sent down there, so I can sort of understand that's a long trip to make. So Lots of Royals fans that had some extra tickets to purchase this week because of all the tickets that were returned. But we are sold out, I believe, once again. Ooh. So, good play there by the Bulldogs. Luckily, I don't think that was Cole, was it? Was it? I don't know.
I couldn't see it.
So I couldn't see who caught that, but did a good job at dodging the defender and not getting hit too hard, but couldn't keep his balance. So 4th down and 5. This is going to be obviously a big play. Try to keep this drive alive.
And it looks like they'll go trips to the left here for Houston. He's going to throw. He's going to evade pressure, fire it long. He's got a man open. That is Landon O'Neal for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Royals. Good pass and catch there from Houston Swan to Landon O'Neal. And great throw. He stepped into it. You almost thought he was going to run there.
Yeah.
Take off and run, and then he stopped and threw it to a wide open O'Neal running a post route.
I think he also looked the safety off. He looked left, and then he threw it back middle.
All right, so great throw and catch there after just a few tosses being maybe just a little off. That one was right on the money there.
And like you said before, that short pass game really opened up the deep ball.
Yep.
And it looks like JP will attempt the PAT.
So,
and
we had a false start, I believe. It was not going to be good, so, or not. I think they're going to.
Is that Caden Satella holding?
I would not be surprised. That might be his limited work. Because.
Offsides for.
Interested to see. Are we going to go for 2? Or are we going to go ahead and kick the extra point here?
And it looks like we will stay with.
No.
Oh, nope. They're running the offense back onto the field.
So, typically we used to go for 2 all the time. And last week.
JP here.
Yeah,
JP got here.
JP a little more successful. So, with the kicking game. And now Royals going to see if they can steal a point.
Eastern looking to capitalize off of the penalty. They run in the option. It's a dump to Cole, and he gets it.
He walks in there. So 2-point conversion's good. So let's see if we can get those replays of that touchdown and the 2-point conversion. I'm not sure what this replay is. This might not be the touchdown. This was a replay before the touchdown. I'm not sure exactly what it. This was a toss to Smitty. So that was the Smitty. And then the next play is the deep throw here from Swan to O'Neal. Interesting to see how they defend O'Neal here.
The line protected very well on that.
And really, they didn't bite on it. And our cameraman missed it. So sorry about that, but I'm not sure who's running the camera tonight. I haven't looked up there. And then here is the 2-point conversion. I will get you back there. They're lining up, getting ready to kick off. So nice job. Kind of drew the defense up and then just tossed it softly over to Cole, and Cole walks it in.
I'm sure the student section that just got moved to that end zone had a great shot of those two scores right there.
I kind of like it, honestly. I know they feel like they're out of it a little bit, but I think it allows maybe some space up here for the parents to spread out a little bit more. I don't know how they feel about it over there, but
some of them like it, some of them don't like it. I've talked to a few.
So it's just one of those things that we have to do because of the situation we're in. So especially when the other team returns, as many tickets as they did. So.
And JP with the kickoff. It's an onside kick, and it looks like
I thought we had it, but I think they ended up grabbing it.
I thought Eastern had it there for a
I
second.
thought we did too, but they're going to
we have it. We get our own onside kick.
So
Onside kick recovered by the Royals.
I didn't. I'm sure I don't have that replay, so I apologize. I hit it, but it was way too late, I imagine. But that was
And it looks like the football's a game where momentum can shift in just a couple plays, and it looks like the momentum has shifted from New Albany back to Eastern.
right. And, I mean, that's one of the ways to defend the running game of New Albany is don't give them the ball.
Yeah,
So
good defense is a good offense.
So hopefully the Royals can continue their offense like they did last possession. And a run there by Arnold. He's got some room.
Got some room. Great blocking by Smitty downfield.
Nice,
And
Smitty.
Arnold will dodge out of bounds, but not after picking the.
Ooh, what's that going to be? That might be a little bit
Another
extra
late
yardage. I think that may be a late hit out of bounds. So that would be the second unsportsmanlike penalty against the Bulldogs tonight. So good run there by Arnold as they get ready to make this call by the officials.
And that run isn't as good without the blocking from Smitty upfield.
Oh, yeah, Smitty did a great job. We'll make sure we see that replay later and point that out. So that's going to move it even farther of a gain here. And Gallion gets the call in. Coach Gallion, offensive coordinator for the Royals.
In his signature orange hat.
Yeah, he does that so they can find him. So it's easy. It makes it easy to find Coach Gallion when he's signaling.
And after the big run, it looks like Gallion will have them in the 5 wide now. Arnold, the slot receiver, to Houston's left. And Houston will throw. He's going to fire, and he's got JP for the touchdown.
Yeah. Nice job, Royals, and there's the momentum we're talking about.
And it is now a tied game.
And we talked about it. You know, I knew we were explosive offensively. I'm scared about how we defend them. So if we can, and it's ironic we were talking about how much points the team score, and then we started off scoring slowly, and here we have 14-14, and then we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, 14 straight points.
So now the Royals trying to take the lead here.
And the hold by Sotelo. The kick is up by Fox, and it is good.
So let's see if we can get those replays. I should have deleted all my. Here's the onside kick that kind of got us going. I guess I did get it. I thought I hit it late, but I couldn't see. But I looked like it hit him, and then he lost it. So you can't really see real well.
That's a great play by whoever that was on the end of that kickoff team.
That's huge. And then here's the touchdown throw coming up. Oh, wait. No, that's not the touchdown throw.
I think this is a sweep.
Oh, this is the block by
At the bottom of your
Smitty.
screen, watch Smitty. This is great receiver blocking.
Right here.
Just takes number 4 right out of the play pretty much.
Yep.
And then, you didn't get, late hit wasn't on there.
Yep, I hit it too early. And then this is the touchdown then after the penalty for the late hit. And perfectly thrown the JP. That's one thing. We don't throw it to just one person.
No,
we got lots of receivers that can play.
That's really what you have to have in this air raid offense. You have to have a lot of receivers.
Yeah, it takes a quarterback with a good arm and a smart, some intelligence, quarterback intelligence, and then having some receivers that can make plays.
And you got to give credit to the big offensive linemen, too. They got to be able to hold up in pass protection. And we will onside kick it again. And the refs blew the whistle there.
They're going to call us for a false start, I believe. Or we crossed the line of scrimmage and we kicked. So I think if somebody was across the line of scrimmage, false start.
So you have to wonder if that'll change our strategy on this kickoff if it was still onside kick it.
I would think possibly. It's just interesting. We did have a little bit of trouble in kickoff coverage last week.
Yeah, we gave up one return to about our 40 against Alexandria.
I mean, nobody ran it all the way back, but and just looking out there, we have some younger players out there in this kickoff team. Oh, I see Zach and
Tyler Spear, who last year he made a name for himself on special teams, just laying the wood on some people.
Right. And now I see Kane out there. So we got Ashton, Wes Kane. Also, we got to distinguish between our two Canes. We got Wes Kane and Kane Sotelo.
Oh, and they actually kicked out of that.
So,
and it is a deep kick.
And they cover it nicely. So,
and New Albany will get to about the 40-yard line. And that's where they will.
Not bad. They're around the 40-yard line after getting a 10-yard penalty. I know we're not really known for our deep kickoffs, so I think you'd have to be pretty happy with that.
And with a long break for this defense, let's see if they can get a stop here after giving up 2 straight touchdowns.
So 123 viewers already, and I think last week that was our max. I think we had at one point was 123. So make sure you share it on Facebook. Make sure you we're on retweet it on Twitter, and then and just let people know about it. Oh, we got a penalty or a timeout Royals. So, see what I don't know if Coach Armstrong saw something there, because that's kind of interesting time to call timeout if there was something that he just was like, uh-oh, we're in the wrong spot versus this formation, or okay, I'm talking like I'm a football coach, but I'm not. So, I'm sure he saw something there. While we got a chance here, I want to talk about the scrolling part there at the bottom. It's talking about family sponsorships. So we're really trying to push family sponsorships this year. So there's a link in the description, and there's a link in the description of Facebook and YouTube, and then there's that link at the bottom that's scrolling across, and that's a way that you can donate and become a family sponsor. And we have quite a few that I hopefully we'll read at some point here, the names that have already done that. We really appreciate that. And what that's doing is it's allowing us to do this still free in a sense. There is a push for some schools this year to go to a $10 per game pay-per-view option, and we really thought pushing these family sponsorships was a better choice for us at Eastern Hancock. So by you becoming a family sponsor, you're keeping us from going to that pay-per-view option, so we really appreciate it.
New Albany, after the timeout, will run the ball, and that is Miles Johnson.
From behind there.
That looks to be Kane Sotelo again.
Yeah, Kane Sotelo, and I thought I saw, maybe not. I thought it was a Knudsen, but maybe not.
Johnson on the carry, taken down by Connor Knudsen.
Okay, I thought I saw Connor Knudsen with the tackle, and Kane Sotelo is also in it.
For underclassmen, Kane Sotelo is really playing well.
Yeah, I mean.
Especially against a bigger 5A school.
Yes.
To where some underclassmen might tense up and get scared.
Right.
And a quick pass.
Ooh. And it's got a little opening here. Got to get over here.
Blockers.
Got some space.
Down the sideline.
And
Smitty getting chased.
He pulls him down from behind.
Brought down inside the 10, and they throw a flag at the end.
Yeah, I don't know if they're calling. I mean, I don't know if you can call that a horse collar. You had the jersey. It definitely was not inside the shoulder pads. So I don't know if that's what they're calling, a personal foul horse collar, because he had him on the jersey way low. So this will be an interesting call here. I don't know.
That was a really good play design by New Albany too. Little tunnel screen for the receiver. He reverses field and.
I don't know. The official pointed the wrong way, and then I'm not sure exactly what they're calling, but yeah, we weren't quite ready for them to reverse field like that.
I think they just picked up the flag and.
Possibly, I don't know. That could be.
New Albany inside the 5. They will run it with number 5. And Zach Arnold with the great goal.
Oh, but he gets in.
I thought Zach contained him for a second.
Yep, so it's going to be touchdown, New Albany. Zach looked like he was in position, but who was the running back there that scored?
Number 5, which is DeJohn Winburn.
Okay, and he just kind of got the corner and got to the sideline and sneaked in just inside the pylon. And this is just quickly becoming the offensive shootout that we anticipated going into the game.
Yes, it is. If you like offense, this is the game for you. As Towner will attempt the extra point, and it's got a pretty good leg on him.
Oh, yeah. Well, you notice, I mean, he's listed as a kicker.
Yeah, he's only a kicker. You don't really see that in high school
football. And he looks like he could be a football player.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a football player. So, not that kickers aren't football players. Don't tell Pat McAfee I said that. So, but he looks like he could play other positions as well.
Well, I mean, if you look at New Albany's roster, I don't think they need him to play any positions. This looks like an NFL roster with how many names they have on there.
All right. Let's see if I can get down here. I know someone said let's don't see the bad replays, but we got a couple. This is the one where they reverse field and
really good blocking by the receivers downfield too.
Yep. And chased down by Smitty there.
I think the flag that they might have thrown was I think a Royal came in there a little bit late, but they decided to pick it up.
And then here's the touchdown. And like I said, looked like Zach was in position here originally, right there. It looks like he's got him. And he just sneaks around him and goes in just inside the pylon.
Both of these offenses score a lot, but they really have different schemes. New Albany's more of a tight formation type of team, ground and pound, as Eastern's more of an air raid, spread them out.
Right. So it's kind of interesting to see the contrast in styles. So the kicker resets the ball as it fell off the tee. Got to be aware. I mean, now every time you got to be ready for that short kick. And the ball falls again. It's not windy out today. The flag is literally not blowing at all as I look over at the flag. So
looks like the ref may help him out here.
Sometimes it makes you wonder if he's trying to set it up in an odd way. So
I think he's gonna have somebody hold it. It looks like he will.
Which is interesting because it's not a windy night tonight.
No.
So
I guess he just got tired of messing with it, I guess.
And I hope that it doesn't. Maybe that'll take away the option of kicking it short now.
Yeah. And it looks like they're going to move holders. Which, I mean, I don't really see the point of that, but.
Unless it's somebody that they want specifically going after this short kick, possibly. But here we go. We'll see if they kick it deep or if they kick it short. May need to get a new tee. So I got a feeling this isn't the last kickoff.
And he does kick it deep to Smitty. And he is going to have some blocks, and he's going to get down to about the 40.
So Smitty Ashton Smith getting an opportunity to do a lot of different things for the Royals tonight, with Cole Rainbow kind of playing a little bit of a limited role. Though he was out there on that play. I don't know who all was back on that. While we're waiting, we'll just talk about it real quick. The baseball team has a golf outing tomorrow. So I think registration is already passed. So if you're interested in playing in that, you might want to check with Coach Kokenauer.
Houston's going to dump it short to Landon O'Neill. It's a double pass, and
he got tripped
up.
So they tried it.
I think they ran that play last year, too, and it went for a touchdown.
Yeah, and the disappointing thing was that,
they got tripped up. I guess they're going to call that incidental contact.
Yeah, I don't think it should have been called anything, just in my opinion, but it was just unfortunate that happened on that play.
Yeah, I think there should be a rule that you have to run a trick play once every game.
It's a requirement.
Just to make it interesting.
Yes.
Have someone that's not your quarterback throw a pass.
So O'Neill, who has connected on that quite a few times, throws the incomplete pass.
And he's going to fire it out to O'Neill, and he's going to run out of bounds.
So now he went from throwing a pass to catching a pass. He's out of bounds. And this has been, we talked about this with, I know, Jarrett last week. This has been a long first quarter.
Oh, yeah.
So first quarter last week seemed like forever. And again, tonight, no different, as there's just a lot of points being put up. 3rd and 5. See here.
4 receivers for the Royals. Arnold is the running back. And it's a Ball's on the ground, and Albany looks like they've picked it up.
That's going to be a
Albany
turnover.
football.
So, snap there.
One play recovered by New Albany.
Snap was a little too low. Swan couldn't handle it. Then it was kind of like New Albany benefited because they were the aggressive one going after that ball. We kind of like just reached down for it. Both Zach and Houston just kind of reached down for it, and the New Albany player just dove in there, right?
Reckless abandon, just
and
wanted it more, it seemed like.
And sometimes I use this sometimes with basketball. The aggressor is usually the beneficiary. The person that's aggressive is usually the one that benefits from the play. So, and that was definitely the case there.
And they're going to throw it again. He's going to go long. JP back deep. He's going to – did he catch that? Oh, my.
Yep.
What a grab. That is
going to be right at the 1 yard line, I think.
John Winburn, who just previously scored a touchdown, makes an amazing grab.
Yep.
That might get on SportsCenter.
So, yeah, and JP was right there. I think JP felt just as confident that he was going to be able to grab that as well. And the momentum has definitely shifted.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, a game of runs and streaks here of momentum.
New Albany down at the 1, looking to go up 2 scores with just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. And
right up the middle.
And they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Touchdown New Albany.
Got the push from the offensive line, and Royals score 15 straight points to take the lead by 1, but then they give up
2 straight touchdowns.
2 straight touchdowns, and now find themselves trailing. And we're still in the first quarter. And
with an offense like this, 2 scores will, as you can see, we were down 2 scores before.
Yeah. And here we are with, there's been 42 points put up in 1 quarter. So.
And another great kick by Towner.
Make that 43 points scored in the first quarter. So just imagine if they hadn't done the 4 and outs.
Oh, man.
Both teams' first possessions on each team. So turnovers have hurt the Royals. The Royals have 2 turnovers. They have 1 interception and a fumble, and
New Albany doesn't have a turnover, and that reflects on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think that you could somewhat look at that as a difference in the game. And you can't turn it over against teams that are just as good as maybe New Albany is. So we're gonna have to make a mistake-free football from here on out.
Either that, or we're gonna have to force some turnovers for ourselves.
All right, turn the tables a little bit.
It'll be interesting to see if they have someone to hold the ball again for New Albany.
Right. It looks like they're going to kick from the other side. Maybe it's more level on that side of the field. Sometimes that kind of gives away. If they tee it up just a little bit different or some kind of awkward where it's falling like that, it makes you wonder if they're trying to kick a short kick or an onside kick.
And Towner will kick it short, and that is fielded by Braden Tincher again.
Yep, good hands there by Braden. And that was he swallowed that up, and that's big. That's big. That's important, and it
gives Eastern a short field to work with too.
Yeah, I mean I'll take short fields all night, and that's probably one of the reasons why there's been 43 points scored in this game.
Yeah, Houston might break the passing yards record again with.
Well, we haven't had to go as far though.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if we haven't had any long drives, so. So we'll see how the Royals do here, trying now down 14 earlier, now down 13. See if they can respond and get themselves back in this game. Swan the snap.
And he's going to fire it underneath to Arnold, and he's going to try to make a move. He gets through one tackler and
nice job.
Picks up about 7 on the play.
Kind of made the defender there Who was that? Number 2. Did a nice job at just making him miss. No, maybe number 9. I take that back. And Zach made him miss and picked up another 6-7 yards.
Four receivers in the game for the Royals. Arnold, the running back. He's been the only running back to sub in so far. And they fake it to him. They will throw underneath the Fox. They're setting up a screen here.
Good.
And that'll pick up a first down for the Royals.
Good first down there by the Royals. And is that the first? Oh, I guess it'd be JP's second catch. He caught the touchdown.
Yeah, he caught the touchdown.
But I felt like we maybe need to get JP a little bit more involved.
Well, they've been targeting him. It just hasn't been able to connect. They targeted him on the double pass, and I think down in the red zone we threw a corner to him.
And we threw one that went out of bounds, I believe, too. So, obviously, he's one of our big weapons. One of our top receivers all time, believe it or not. He's had a great season last year in his first season with the Royals.
Houston under pressure. He evades it, and not for long. He goes down.
Yep. So, first sack given up, though. So, really, I think the offensive line, that's one concern that I had going in tonight is their line strength versus our line strength, and our line's done a nice job holding up.
And you got to think that quick pass game has really helped them, too. They don't have to block for as long.
Right. So some of those people, looks like Connor Knutson's out there, trying to think of some of these linemen that are playing.
Knutson. We got the Knutson wall out there.
And then we got 56.
Tyler Cavaletto.
Jackson Boudry. And we're going to have the end of the first quarter is going to come here. So that offensive line, for the most, I know they just gave up a sack there, but they've been pretty solid during that first quarter for us so far. So the end of the first quarter, we're going to do a little quick commercial here, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
All right, here we're back for the second quarter here.
The teams flip sides, and Eastern's going to start out in the 5 wide here.
Second down and long after that sack.
And motion man Zach, they're going to run the flip pass. He's going to hit a hole. He's got blocks, and he's going to get the sack yardage back and more for the Royals.
Yep. Good little play, and it looked like they were ready. They weren't going to give up the corner. They kind of broke out, and Zach cut it upfield nicely. And
good vision by Arnold.
Yep. And that kind of gives us in a much more manageable position here with just 3rd and 5, and you know they're going to go for it unless we have a big loss here.
You have 2 plays to get 5 yards. I like our chances.
Swan in the waiting for the snap.
He's going to throw. Fired underneath a Smitty, and he's close to the first down.
It's going to be a yard short, but I'm sure that's going to go for it there.
Long pass complete to Ashton Smith.
It will bring up 4th down. It's always interesting what these air raid offenses do on 4th and short or goal line to see if they stick with their scheme and throw it or if they'll actually run it.
Right. May try to draw them off sides here.
Albany,
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're crowding the line of scrimmage here. We have one down lineman, what is interesting. And they do run it, and Arnold's got a hole.
He's got a big
down
hole.
the sideline, and that will be an Eastern Hancock touchdown.
Nice. There's some running for ourselves right there. So Zach's got some speed, got some wheels, and he gets all the way to the end zone on a 4th and 1. Zach, I don't think, anticipated being the running back this year. I don't think the coaches expected him to play more wide receiver. But with Johnson being out here early in the season, being our running back now and taking advantage of it and really helping the Royals out.
And JP will look to bring the Royals within 6 here with the extra point if he can knock it in. And the kick is good.
There we go. So kicking game going good right now.
Yep.
And Royals down just 6 here. Makes you start to feel whoever's going to get a stop first, is going to have a chance to win this game because stops, or if we can keep from turning the ball over. Let's see Zach's run here. I might be. Let's see what other replays I got on here. I'm not sure.
I think this is the play right before the quarter.
This isn't the fumble, is it? I don't want to see that. Okay.
Oh, this is the screen to JP.
Okay. And then we got another play I replayed.
This is the flip pass to Arnold, I think.
Yep, he cuts it up.
Great vision right there. Good block. Again, the receivers this game are blocking really well, too.
And that's important in the air raid offense when you have so many receivers out there. And then here's going to be the touchdown. Hopefully we'll get it all in here before the kickoff. But Zach, got to the sideline, and then he's just gone.
Yeah. Once you see the 10 on the back of his jersey, it's hard to catch him.
Yep. So, big plays.
It'll be interesting to see if we onside kick it now.
Yep. Braden Sullivan, I just saw go in the game, the freshman. I'm not sure if he's normally on kickoff coverage or not.
And it will be a kick right to number 16.
And they play it nicely. Now New Albany has a short field. See what they can do with it.
As they will, it looks like they'll start on the eastern side of the field, if not just before it.
Basically, it seems like neither team wants to give the other team the ball.
No.
So nobody wants to play defense. Everybody wants to play offense. I know I've been missing quite a few comments there. I appreciate all the comments here. We appreciate the support for both. See, we have quite a few New Albany fans watching us tonight as well. Here we go. See if the Royals can get a stop.
New Albany. And it is a sweep to number 12. Ooh. And we can't make the tackle for a loss. And it's going to gain about 5 there.
Yeah, went from maybe losing 3. Who was that? Was that Sotelo that almost got him again?
Caden's out.
In. So Caden Sotelo getting some play here.
That's good to see.
Yep.
And his brother is still in at linebacker, it looks like.
Yep. So almost went to a 2 or 3 yard loss to about a 3 to 4 yard gain.
And we have a timeout. New Albany.
No, I think it's going to be us. Royals.
Excuse me, my bad.
So again.
It's their second timeout of the half.
See if we can. I do know. I meant to make a graphic for this, and I didn't. Mrs. Tony's classes, one of her classes, I think her service learning class, is creating masks, and she's selling them for $5.
I think they have an Instagram page, too. I can't remember the handle of it, but.
Yep. So I meant to make a graphic for that. I saw that was something that's going on in the school. So if you're listening to this and you're from the school as a teacher, let me know stuff that you want us to talk about on Friday nights or volleyball games, and let more people know about it. But I know that her class is creating and selling masks for $5, and I've heard they're really good. Mr. Hibbert is a big fan. Speaking of Mr. Hibbert, he's going to be our fan of the game. He's always our fan of the game, as you can see. So here we are.
Mr. Hibbert, the two-way personnel, fan and coach at the same time.
Yes, he's won the fan of the game, I believe, 27 out of the last 28 games.
That is dominance right there.
He is a big fan of the Royals. So we love Mr. Hibbert.
Great teacher.
Yes.
I've had him for 3 years now, one of my favorites.
Yep. Where we at here? 3rd down and
It's 2, it looks like.
So interesting to see. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried something a little deep here to catch us off guard.
And they will throw a quick screen.
Oh, Landon almost had him.
That's going to be a first down for New Albany.
Yeah, Landon had him there, but just couldn't quite hang on.
First down, Bulldogs.
And they break free and get the first down.
That was number 5, I believe. John Winburn, who also had that amazing catch for one of New Albany's touchdowns in the first quarter.
I mean, we really need. I just ready for a big defensive momentum play here. We need a turnover. We need a big play here by the defense.
Snap, and they're going to fake it.
There it might be. Oh, he gets away.
Landon couldn't bring him down. He gets it off, and it's caught.
Oh, that's tough.
Man, 2 missed tackles.
Great play there by Simmons, the quarterback for New Albany. Who was applying the pressure?
I think it was Landon O'Neill, it looked like.
Okay, so that's twice Landon's had him in his grasp. Couldn't quite get there. But Simmons gets away, and that big play there for New Albany that was nearly a big play for the Royals.
1st and 10, just inside the 30 for New Albany. And they will hand it off. He's going to bust it outside, and Wes Kane with the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, we'll take it. Anything now. After those first couple plays where they just busted it wide open in that one drive, you just want to contain them to those short gains. Don't let them get out in the open field.
And the more plays you force them to run, the more probability of a mistake will be made. It's another handoff. And he's going to run right up the middle and pick up a first, it seems like.
Yeah, but good tackle there by, I think it was, trying to look, Caden Sotelo. I mean, if Caden doesn't bring him down, he's still going.
That was Winford, the running back, with the carry.
Interesting. They got a receiver way over here, and JP's over here, but they haven't. I mean, everything's out in the middle.
And Simmons will keep it, and he will pick up the first down.
Here. Oh, we had a holding call there. All right, so that's going to push the Bulldogs back. And now it's 1st and long. 1st and 16.
And they will fake it.
Come on, Kane.
Fire it.
Intercepted!
Kane Sotelo with the pick.
Oh, let's talk about that. The Sotelos, because Kane Sotelo had the pressure that forced the pass, and then Caden got the interception. So the Sotelo brothers make the big play for the Royals right there.
That's a big play on defense. We needed that turnover.
Yeah, you got the sophomore Kane Sotelo made Simmons maybe throw it before he wanted to, and then Caden, we talked about, we weren't sure if he was going to play much, and he's making an impact here with the interception right there. And that's what we needed. Turnovers. We shared the ball earlier with them. They need to share the ball with us, and there we go. Connie Sotelo excited in the chat.
Her sons are playing well.
All right.
I still can't get over on how good Kane Sotelo is playing, especially for a sophomore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had great pressure there. I got the replay. We'll get to it when we get a chance.
And it's Landon goes in motion, but they hand it to Zach. He busts it outside. He's trying to outrun New Albany defenders. And
he's going to be about a no gain, so, or maybe even a loss. Yeah, he lost 2 or 3. Any other team, Zach Arnold's running upfield.
Yeah, this New Albany defense is pretty good.
Yeah, New Albany's got some speed to keep him and spread him out to the sideline. But a lot of teams wouldn't be able to contain that like they did.
And it looks like Caden, after the interception, he is still lined up at receiver for the offense.
So this is his first time at receiver, isn't it? Because he's only been playing defense up to now, right?
I think so, yeah.
So we actually, I think, have maybe our normal lineup if Rainbolt is out there. No, doesn't look like he is.
And Houston's going to throw. He's going to dump it underneath the Zach. He's been heavily used in the offense tonight.
Going to get about half of it, so we're going to have about 5 to 6 yards to go.
Zach Arnold.
I'm curious to see if we don't pick up any yards here or don't get close to the first down. This deep in our territory, if we'll still go for it.
Yeah, I anticipate us at least kicking in some way.
Yeah.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, I hope it ends in the kick as in an extra point.
Yeah. So here we go. Looks
4
like
receivers for the Royals. Houston making signals out to Sotelo, it looks like. And he will throw. He's going to fire it long for Sotelo down the sideline, and it's knocked away.
So good defense there by New Albany, and now Coach Armstrong's got to make a decision here. I'm going to guess we got to kick it away. You can't give him this short of a field. Typically, we line up like we're going to play it, and
Houston just kicks it from the
Houston
shotgun.
I can't remember the right terminology.
A pooch punt?
Yeah, that's it. So,
like what the Patriots used to do with Tom Brady?
Yes. So, I would be shocked if they do anything other than that right here.
Well, it doesn't look like New Albany has
just
anyone
6
back
seconds
deep.
left on the play clock. 4, 3.
And they will snap it. And looks like he's going to throw. He's got a man open. It's Smitty, and he catches it. First down, Royals.
Huge play there, and gutsy call by Coach Armstrong and Coach Gallion there, going for it. Deep in your own territory, 4th and 5, and it pays off for the Royals. Going to have to make plays like that in a game like this. So.
That's my job. That's enough for Eastern Hancock.
So. PA announcers getting heckled by the crowd.
Seems like the parents have their own student section going on over here. It might be louder than the students over there. And Houston fires the slant to Sotelo, and he gets it.
Yeah, nice
and
to see.
he's dragging all the defenders.
He's still going. Kind of unfortunate the officials blowing the whistle. It's going to cost us possibly a first down.
I think it's going to bring up 2nd and short for the Royals here.
Yeah, I think if the official would have, I didn't think his forward progress was stopped. Caden was really still pushing the pile and technically would have gotten a first down if they hadn't blown the whistle.
And speaking of Kane, he checks in at receiver. He's at the bottom of your screen, number 2. Caden, the lone receiver, off to the far of your screen. Houston hands it off to Zach on the sweep.
Oh.
Zach.
Oh, he cuts it up.
He's still going. He's got first down.
Oh, we got a flag, though. We got a flag back here. It's going to come back. I almost said it. I almost said, oh, looks like a hold. And then I didn't see it. And it's going to come back. So our right tackle, I think, I don't know who it was, but I feel like grabbed. I did not hit the replay. Otherwise, we could maybe have seen it. That's bad work by me. I apologize. They are talking about it here, though.
They might pick it up like they did that one flag on the big play by New Albany where he cut it back.
Officials are discussing it. Wave that in the air. Wave it in the air. Wave it in the air. Wave it in the air. There we go.
Pick it up. Let's go.
So, great play there by the official. We'll take that. He waved it very, very nicely. And We will take it. 6 minutes here until the halftime. So be huge here to get this down here, get a score, and possibly be ahead or tied going into halftime.
And I think the officials are taking a timeout here.
So officials timeout, just the equivalent of a TV timeout.
I would say so.
So they must know we're live streaming this, so they're doing this for us.
Appreciate it.
Yep. So we're going to actually I'm going to try this. Hopefully it works. This is my first time. We're going to try a little 30-second radio commercial.
It's been said the night is always darkest just before the dawn. Maybe you can relate right now. But make no mistake about it, a new day is dawning. Opportunity and promise are on the horizon for all of us. And just like in high school sports, we'll trust honesty, empathy, hard work, and humility to bring out the best in us and show us the way. The IHSAA will look for you at a high school game or meet very soon.
All right. Hopefully that worked okay. Supposed to be a little radio commercial from the IHSA. So I'm trying some new stuff. We got all kinds of things. We'll talk about some of our big stars, I'd say, right now. I'd say Zach Arnold is one that has made big play after big play for the Royals. Caden Sotelo
has that interception.
Had a huge interception, and he hasn't played a whole lot in this game. So,
and his brother's having a breakout game.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have Canes on here. We'll have to add that for next week. But great plays by some people, some possible Paxton Farm Sweet Corn players of the game candidates.
Houston from the gun. He's going to escape pressure. He's going to fire it. Arnold drops it.
Just through the arms.
One pass incomplete intended for Zach Arnold.
We're up to 126 viewers. So appreciate everybody watching tonight, whether you're from Charlottesville area or down and by New Albany.
Second and 10 now for the Royals on the New Albany 47-yard line.
I feel like after Houston was but after Houston was off just a little bit early in the game, he seems to be a little bit more on target.
That snap was almost fumbled. Houston did a good job at recovering it.
Not sure who our center is. I see. I'm trying to look at who's out there. Let's talk about some of our offensive linemen because they've done pretty well here. Reed Hedrick, I see, is out there. Jackson Beaudry. Who else you see out
Knutsons.
there? Both Knutsons, Connor and Hunter. I'm assuming is Tyler Cavaletto out there?
I would assume so.
So I don't know. I don't actually. Is he on this side? I don't know.
I think he's playing guard.
Okay, so offensive line doing a nice job. They've only given up one sack and they've opened up some holes for Zach.
And Houston's going to roll. He's going to fire underneath the O'Neal. He's going to turn upfield, break a tackle.
It's going to be short. It's going to be short of the first down, I believe, but it's close.
Good job by Landon to stay in bounds on that catch too.
Third one.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I almost think you could measure. Oh, no, he's going to give it to us. It is a first down. So good play for Landon O'Neal to get that extra yardage and get us a first down. I almost thought I thought he did step out of bounds there. But and Zach again breaks it open. And nice job, Zach Arnold having a huge game tonight.
Doing it both in the air and on the ground.
Yeah, and really, yeah. And you thought coming into the game that we're gonna throw it. And still the PA announcer is getting heckled by the crowd. And I think Miss Rainbow is taking over PA duties for their megaphone in the crowd. So
we could use a megaphone in our student section down there.
Yeah,
Especially down there, they're not going to be able to hear us when we're all the way on the opposite end zone.
Yeah. So first down for the Royals, and they're driving. And a flag. It's going to be a delay of game. Oh.
Man. Seems like the scoring has slowed down a little bit here in the second quarter.
Yeah. And that's kind of crazy when they say we've scored 50 points.
Yeah.
And we're not at halftime. But it's slowed down.
Yeah.
It's been a fast-paced game. Hope you're enjoying it at home in the comforts of your air conditioning.
Wish we had some of that.
Because there is no air conditioning or airflow where we're at.
We got an open window. That's about it. He's going to fire it long. He's got Arnold open.
Oh, but it's picked off.
The gap.
So,
great range on that safety to close that
gap. Oh, and
gap.
he's still going. So, kind of hung it up there a little too much. It looked like he had his man beat, but the safety snuck over, and that's tough because you think we're going in, driving, possibly going to tie this game up or even have the lead going into halftime potentially, and now we're turning it over. So the third turnover for the Royals here in this first half, with New Albany only having one turnover.
And red zone turnovers are the worst type of turnovers.
Right. And why is there we go. My replays didn't show up. So
Did
we're
you
not
got a number on that pick?
I did not, but we're looking at my replay buttons, and
New Albany will run the ball here on first down. And
so
good game.
What you can't have here, because we received the kickoff, right?
Yeah, they can't get that 2-for-1.
So we got to get a hold here. We can't let them get a touchdown here and get potentially a 2-touchdown lead, and going into halftime, and then they get the ball.
And they will run it again. He breaks loose. Looks like we haven't put a loss there for a second.
Yeah, it wasn't a fast developing play, but he kind of got the edge, and no Royals were there. And it's going to be a first down. So 1st and 10 at the 34 with 3 minutes, a little bit more than 3 minutes.
Throw, and that is
incomplete. So I just want to mention, while you see the scrolling part there at the bottom of the screen, if you consider being a family sponsor, maybe think about the $5-10 that you might have saved by watching at home or the concessions, and try to help the athletic department. We try to do these live streams and for free, but maybe every now and then think about helping out the athletic department with some of the gate that we're losing by having limited attendance at football games. I don't think it's affected other events yet because we haven't hit capacity, but we've definitely sold out every football game and lost some money there. So sorry, missed that great play. Who made that tackle?
I didn't get a number on it.
So the Royals hold, and now here force a 3rd and long, and need a big stop right here to give them a hold and maybe a chance to get the ball back.
Seems like a lot of New Albany's pass plays are built off that play action.
Yeah, and you can understand why. Their rushing attack is
There's another
pretty
play
good.
action. He's going to fire it, and it's caught.
Oh, he had a good arm there by Simmons. Nearly lost the ball there. As the entire crowd gasped as the ball was kind of lost there for a moment up in the air. But that was a rocket. That was a good throw by Simmons.
Put some mustard on it.
And a nice catch. And you're right, that play action pass pulling our defenders up, worried about that run.
Simmons, for a ground-heavy offense, he's throwing it pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Here he goes again.
Play action again. He's going to look long down the middle of the field. And it looks like he overthrew.
Oh, they're going to throw a flag. The guy that didn't really have a good view of it threw it.
I don't think that was a catchable ball. It seemed like he overthrew him.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. They're going to call pass interference against the Royals, and, yeah, he bumped him, but it's interesting that the guy that was standing right in front of it didn't throw the flag. But our vote doesn't count. Only their vote counts. So that's a huge play and keeps the Bulldogs driving here, potentially expanding their lead going into halftime. Do want to mention, stay tuned. My Intro to Communications class prepared a halftime show.
Another throw. He's protected well. He rolls. He's going to run with it now. And he's going to pick up about 6.
Fans are wanting holding, Royals fans, but no call. So the clock winds down. Now we have a timeout by New Albany. So do want to kind of promote my Intro to Communications class that we did a halftime report. It's our first one, so bear with us. We're going to try to do them every so often and hopefully improve on them. It's kind of a slow start, really, to the class so far, but Turner's part of that and getting an opportunity to announce here tonight, and he's doing a great job. I think everybody would agree that's listening, and we're just trying to get students involved a little bit with the process. He's actually running some of the equipment and announcing, and so he's kind of learning how it all works, and that's kind of what the class is partly about. It's kind of an expansion to the class. And so we're just going to try to prepare some stuff every now and then. And so check that out at halftime today.
Coming out of the timeout, New Albany 2nd and 4 from the Royal 37 with just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And I think New Albany's it's been a pass play designed, 3 straight plays, but last play Simmons, he's kept it for a solid game.
Yeah, and used his legs, and he's got some speed too. You can tell.
Again. He's gonna look long. He's got a man open.
Oh, there it is
again.
And
he's got blockers downfield. Stella cuts back.
He's still going.
He's got 1 man to beat.
And he's still going.
He's at the 20, and he's hawked down.
I don't think I have long enough replay, but I hate to say it, but the Sotelo brothers are making case for duo Paxton Farm Sweet Corn player of the game, because if we watch this replay a little bit later, you're going to see Kane Sotelo putting pressure on the quarterback and Caden Sotelo getting the interception, which is the exact same thing that happened earlier in this ball game. Sotelo's making a huge impact, and the moms have the horns out. So I'm sorry if you can't hear us.
Great return, too, on that.
The moms now have megaphones, cowbells, and horns.
The fans are evolving.
Yes. So here we go.
Eastern from the 16 with just over 1:30 left here in the first half, looking to tie the game. And they're going to run it with Zach. He's going to make a move. He's going to get to the sideline.
He lost the ball. Oh, flag late, too.
It might be a face mask.
So let's see what this flag is. Zach did lose the ball, and I think New Albany recovered it.
I think he had a fumble last game, too, if I do recall.
Yeah, and so.
I hear a fan yelling face mask. I'm glad someone agrees with me.
The megaphone will. See what it is.
They're discussing it here.
Oh, then there's a New Albany player down, I believe, too. Near the pylon at the end zone. We're still waiting for the. Oh, they're waving it off.
I really thought that was a face mask.
So apparently that's a couple times that these flags must have fell out of their pocket because they've waved them off. They apparently did not see what they saw.
And those last 2 plays was an emotional roller coaster. Had the great return by
Exactly.
Sotelo, a big run by Zach, and then a fumble.
And I really want to watch this replay. So Kane Sotelo with some pressure, and then Caden Sotelo with the interception earlier, and that set us up. And Caden did a great job.
Really did a good job in baiting the quarterback into that throw, making him seem open.
And unfortunately, it goes for naught after the fumble by the Royals near the, I don't know, where were they at, the 10-yard line or 5-yard line, and Royals looked like they were about to possibly tie it or take the lead going into halftime, and now New Albany backed up in their own end zone. So,
and they will keep it.
Fumble!
It falls on the ground, and New Albany will keep it.
But a loss there of a lot, a loss of 3, I believe.
So they're down at the 1. They're in danger of getting a safety here.
Yeah. So would have been nice if they would have returned the favor there. But now we're at less than a minute. A lot of clocks going off.
Yeah, in this situation, I looked to see New Albany run the clock and try to keep the ball out of their own end zone.
And you think if they don't get much on this play, you might think the Royals might call a timeout.
And they don't really get a lot. Eastern only has 1 timeout remaining, though. Keep that in mind.
Okay. The Royals might just want to say, hey, let's go down 6 points and let's regroup and set up for the second half. So 3rd and 10, but they're going to have to run one more play.
And being down 6 points with
they may make
turnovers.
If they make a play, run a play here, you may call timeout, make them run a 4th down play. You never know. We'll see.
And they will run it.
Get him down.
And he's dragging a lot of Royal defenders.
And you might just let this run down. They were pretty. Oh, we do call the timeout. 15 seconds remaining. So there is 15 seconds. And that's going to force New Albany to run one more play on a 4th down. You got to think about it, though. I mean, you got to call that because if they don't, if you stop them in less than 15 seconds, you got the ball right there.
Yeah.
If they kick it to you, you never know what can happen. So, be interesting to see what New Albany decides to do here. I mean, you would think the safe play would be to kick it away and use up hopefully most of the time, or so.
It looks like Eastern's not going to have anyone back deep to return the kick. Sotelo is the deepest man on the field. Well, he's a little bit deep. He's about at the 35.
So the Royals are going to get it at least.
Cole back deep to return now.
And Cole, one of our best punt returners in school history, has multiple touchdowns returns on punts.
And here's the punt. It's
Low.
A line driver. It's going to bounce.
Let it go out of bounds. At least we would.
Out of bounds.
And we'll run a play.
Around midfield.
I'd be shocked if we took a knee here. We'll see.
7.6 seconds left. Eastern does not have a timeout.
So, effective punt there. Kicked it away from the returner and
really didn't give him a shot at the return at all.
Yeah. It was too risky to try to run that for 4th down, obviously. Would not be surprised if we see a play that we saw earlier. Watch Landon.
Houston.
Nope.
They're going to throw it short to Sotelo, and it's incomplete with about 5 seconds left in the first half.
Swans pass incomplete intended for Katie Sotelo.
And if you complete a pass inbounds with only 5 seconds, you're going to have to make it quick or get out of bounds.
Yeah.
With no timeouts.
Yeah, I think they're just going to probably, I mean, you're down 6 against a 5A school.
With 3 or 4 turnovers.
Yeah, with lots of turnovers. You can't feel too bad about where you're at. If you clean up the turnover situation, you never know what can happen here in the second half.
Houston will throw. He's going to fire it deep.
Intercepted. You better get a tackle.
Gonna look to return it.
Make this in. Make this in. Make the tackle. He stepped out of bounds.
He's still going, and it looks like he's going to be brought down.
It's going to be brought down, so.
And that will end your first half of football with the Royals down 6 against New Albany.
So he kind of overthrew him there, and that was. So I think overall, before we play this halftime report, I think you gotta be happy if you're the Royals. You've turned the ball over as much as we have, and you're only down 6 points.
I think if we just clean up the turnovers, we might be winning this game if we clean up the turnovers.
Oh, without a doubt. So, so nice job by both teams, and we're gonna have a short little, actually a halftime show followed up by Commissioner's Corner from IHSA, and then we'll be back for the second half. So we will see you in just a bit. Turn that down.
Hi, I'm Turner.
Hi, I'm Jacob.
And welcome to the Hancock Halftime Report. We hope you're enjoying the first half of tonight's game against New Albany.
Masks for the 2020 fall season are required by the Indiana Health Department. The student section has been moved to the end zone away from the school. There is also a limited capacity of 570 on the football field and 327 in the high school gym for the current fall sports season.
Now on to cross country. This year's cross country team has placed second at a quad meet against Knightstown, Blue River, and Randolph Southern. Daniel Campbell won his race. Way to go, Daniel. Proud of you. Way to represent Eastern Hancock. Ashton Willis placed third. Great job, Ashton.
They have a meet coming up at Monroe Central tomorrow, and they have one at Rushville on the 29th. This year's boys tennis. This year's team consists of Cody Huff, Zeke Dixon, Nolan Stout, Bryce Winnan, Peyton Stevens, Nate Cape, and Avery Pastrick.
The boys are 2-0 on the season, beating both Randolph Southern and Southwestern, both 5-0.
Middle school tennis beat Waldron 3-2 on the 17th.
On to volleyball. On August 17th, the JV and the varsity played against North Decatur. JV won 2 sets to 1. However, the varsity lost 3 sets to 1. Lily Hunt had some great sets though.
On Tuesday the 18th, varsity played against Morristown High School. They won 3 sets to 2. The Cindy Hayes to Lily Hunt connection really worked out well for them.
Thursday, August 20th, both JV and varsity faced Cambridge City. JV won in 3 sets. Bailey Smith came in and had some really good serves and kills. Sadly, varsity lost in 5 sets though, 3-2.
This Monday, August 24th, they played against Westdale High School. JV lost in 3 sets, but had some overall great plays, and varsity lost in 5. They fought hard, but didn't come out with a win.
More volleyball. The Lady Royals traveled to Centerville the 25th to take on the Bulldogs, but sadly both JV and varsity fell to the Bulldogs.
Yesterday, they traveled to Greenfield Central, which was an interesting one.
And some upcoming events for volleyball. The 29th, the varsity will travel to the Indiana Deaf School to compete in a tournament.
They also have a game against Blue River Valley at Blue River next week. Middle school volleyball. The 7th grade volleyball team won against Triton Central and Daleville, but the 8th grade lost both.
They both lost against Blue River Valley in 2 sets. Both won against Shenandoah and Nicetown.
On to girls golf.
Girls golf this year got off to a hot start with a match against Westdell. They won by 18 strokes with a score of 228 to 246. They lost to Shenandoah though by 25, 225 to 200, and it was a really close game.
They also lost to Southwestern, 226 to 217. They lost to Triton Central 238 to 228. They won a three-way match against Nicetown and Blue River.
More girls golf. They lost to Wapahani 243 to 212, and they also lost to Shenandoah 225 to 200.
On to varsity football.
Last week's game, the home opener against Alexandria, Easton Hancock won 45 to 21, starting the season 1-0. Houston Swan had a great game, completing 22 of his 32 passes for 386 yards and 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. Cole Rainbow had an outstanding game with 8 catches, 120 yards, and 2 scores.
Tyler Spear had 11 tackles, 2 for a loss, and 1.5 sacks. Next week they'll have their 3rd straight home game against Westville.
On to JV football. The JV football team had a home game Monday to start off the season. Sadly, they lost by 8 to Franklin. They are 0-1 on the season. Their next game is an away game against North Decatur.
On to middle school football. Middle school football has ticked off nice and ready for the 7th grade. They've started 2-0, having wins over North Decatur 44-0 and Shenandoah 28-0. 8th grade, on the other hand, had a slow start, starting 0-2, having losses to North Decatur 0-20 and Shenandoah 8-14. And that's it for our Eastern Hancock halftime report.
And we're on to the second half.
Now we're on to Matthew and Wes for our school news.
Thanks, Jacob and Turner. Corona has impacted our school this year a lot.
Yes, it has, Wes. This year, we have to wear masks during school all the time. Our classes have been changed to block scheduling. That's where you have 4 classes one day and the next 4 different classes.
This is to lessen the spread of the virus.
Tuesday was high school picture day, and Thursday was middle school picture day. Middle school spell bowl will be starting soon. See Ms. Sharp or Ms. Huffman for more details.
High School Student Council just held elections, and our president is clearly new. Our vice president is Lenny Lawrence. Thanks for watching this halftime report.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, congratulations to you, the IHSAA, the coaches, players, fans, trainers, everybody involved. Seemed to be a very successful week 1 of high school football last Friday.
Boy, it was. And I was out and about, staff was out and about, and it finally felt a little bit normal, I think. And several people gave us that feedback, just to be back in the stadium, cheering their team on, you know. And then I even had some folks say that there was a little bit different attitude in the school on Monday morning once they were able to start getting back to some extracurricular activities. And so Friday night certainly was a success. And, you know, we're going to continue. We want more. You know, we want everybody back. But we're going to continue to celebrate the wins, and each week we get to play.
There were some games that were postponed literally minutes before kickoff. There were others where people had time. This seems to be part of a normal approach, is it not, as we move into the season?
It is, and that's something that we've continued to talk to our ADs and schools about is, you know, flexibility, because this changes so fast. You know, we had 2 games postponed within hours before the start of the contest last week. And, you know, everybody's being safe, and I think it absolutely the right decisions were being made. And that's the flexibility that we've got to maintain throughout this season as we continue forward.
Well, I think one of the things everybody's trying to do is understand that we're all in this situation together, that we all have a vested interest in wearing masks, social distancing, following the protocols. And my guess after this first week is that was something that people did and did very well around the state.
And that was my observation and staff's observation. I saw a lot of A's out there last week, and then perusing social media and photographs of fans. And, people understand that you have to wear a mask. You have to social distance if we want to see kids continue to play this fall. And so proud of our fans and schools for the work that they did so we can play, and we're on track to play week 2, and that's what we're going to continue to do. But we're going to continue to stress the importance of wear your mask so we can see kids play, and we have to do what we can so those kids can have their time on Friday night, just like most of us adults had in our younger days.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA, with us. All right, we're now week 2, golf, tennis, cross country going well. Is there an anticipation that as we have the crowds at some point, I think doctors tell us that cases lag behind these types of activities, so we may not be able to see if there's a problem until a couple of weeks down the road. Is that accurate?
That is accurate, but we're certainly hopeful that because most of our events are outdoors and the transmission rate outdoors is certainly lower than an indoor event, that we're hoping for the best here. But we will not know the true results until a couple weeks out from our return to play last Friday night.
All right, week 1, we had some high-scoring games, which I think you expect. We also had some games where there were a few turnovers, but I think under the circumstances, it went kind of as people would anticipate.
I think that's exactly right. It's fun to watch those scores come in, listen to your radio show, and see how different people are doing around the state. And that's it's listening to your show on Friday nights, Bob, is certainly a tradition that I've always enjoyed and will continue to do so. But it went exactly as we anticipated. There was, sometimes you come in this office on Monday morning and you kind of dread it, and you think, man, my inbox is going to be full or my phone's going to be ringing, and that didn't happen. So that tells me we had a great Friday night or a great weekend.
One thing I'm able to do, sitting in a studio in Indianapolis on Friday night or at my home in Franklin as it is now, just by the conversations with the coaches and media people, you can pick up on the electricity. And the cool thing about it was I had 3 coaches call me after winning their first games, which I remember vividly mine back in 1977. But it's just the emotion was so strong and palpable around the state. And I'm not trying to be somewhat hyperbolic. I'm just trying to tell you that you could actually feel this energy around the state last Friday night.
I think that's exactly, you just nailed it. I think you could. And when you get that kind of excitement around the school, around the win, that carries on throughout the week. That makes the education setting better. That makes the lunchroom more fun to be in. That makes the bus ride better to school. It just makes everything in the education setting better when you have that kind of enthusiasm that's generated on a Friday night.
Week number 2 of high school sports, fall sports around our state in the IHSAA. Paul Neidig, great to talk to you. I'll look forward to our conversation next week. Thanks so much.
Absolutely, Coach, and thank you for doing what you do.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
It's been said the night is always darkest just before the dawn. Maybe you can relate right now. But make no mistake about it, a new day is dawning. Opportunity and promise are on the horizon for all of us. And just like in high school sports, we'll trust honesty, empathy, hard work, and humility to bring out the best in us and show us the way. The IHSAA will look for you at a high school game or meet very soon.
All right, we're back for the second half here. Royals to kick off to New Albany. Hope you stayed with us during halftime there. Enjoyed the halftime report.
And Eastern will kick it deep. New Albany will let it bounce a couple times, and they will field it. He
gets away.
And a group of Royals bring him down.
So
New Albany trying to build a lead here. Up 6 already.
Like we're not as loud here. See how our volume is. So he's a little elusive there for a moment, but Royals finally able to get him down. There we go.
1st and 10 New Albany to start the drive, and they send a man in motion, and they flip it to him, much like a play that we run, and he's going to break a tackle. And
who got him down?
6.
Who finally got him down there? Caden Sotelo, who we wondered how much he was going to play tonight, and he's kind of stepped in and he's made big play after big play.
He's made the most of his very few snaps that he's played.
You really know. I mean, I talked about this last week. You really notice him on defense. He seems to be in on every tackle and always in the right spot.
And it looks like he's taking JP's spot as that deep safety in this half. And it's another run, and that's a good tackle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a first down
14,
though.
Wes Kane.
So move your mic just a little close. I don't hear you as well. There you go.
Okay.
There we go. So first down, but good tackle by Wes, but still able to get the first down there. So you can see the New Albany's coming out right away to establish the run game, and their passing game was most effective after establishing the run game and play action.
3rd straight run for New Albany, and it's going to pick up 5.
So you got to wonder a little bit, the size of their up front offensive line versus our defensive line, this heat. As this game goes along, going to have to keep fresh bodies in there as I see a substitution happening now.
Yeah, fatigue's definitely going to be a factor here in the second half. And it's a 4th straight run as that is number 10, Miles Johnson on the carry.
So you got to think they went into halftime probably talking about trying to really just use their strength, their power, and try to use that to their advantage here in the second half. Because the big defensive play for the Royals have been the defending the interceptions.
There's a flag on the play.
I think we're going to have this one come back for the hold. So
usually
it is
a flag that play, or usually a flag that early into a run play, it's a hold.
Yep. So that's gonna push them back. Yeah, I'm not sure. We were, I think we're around 140 some watching there right before halftime. Total, Facebook and YouTube combined. And so we've lost a few viewers, but we're back to 122. Close game, so I imagine this, so far, it just seems like it's been a long game. I meant to look up some scores. I heard New Palestine game was already in the 4th quarter, and we were at halftime, so.
Do we have any points that second quarter? I know it wasn't near as much as the
I think we did. I think Zach scored. Zach had a long run, a long touchdown run.
So they respot the ball here, and it's going to be a long 3rd and 12 for New Albany. It'll be interesting to see if they'll run it or throw it. And they will run it with Johnson, and he's going to bounce off a tackle.
Kane almost had him.
And he's going to get close to the first. It's going to be a 4th and short for New Albany.
It's going to be short, but Kane Sotelo nearly had him in the backfield again. Kane Sotelo having a breakout game for him. He's kind of stepped in nicely with some injuries and stuff for the Royals. He stepped right on in and making big play after big play, and they're going to go for it.
4th and 2 from the Eastern 41. They're going to sweep to Johnson. There's
him wide.
Royals.
Get
He's
him
met in the
wide.
backfield.
Get him.
Gets the
Oh.
stiff arm on Landon, and he's got the first.
Oh, so
and
close.
Caden Sotelo is slow to get up, but he's able to walk it off, it seems like.
And I mean, I hate to say it, but I hate when Caden goes down.
Yeah.
Because he's had a rough high school career, really, with injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Feel bad for him sometimes. So
And he will walk off here to the sideline on his own power. And New Albany's going to throw. Going to fire down the middle, and it's tipped up in the air and falls incomplete.
So you always wonder when that ball goes in the air. Trainer Jenna checking out Caden right now.
Seems checking the mobility on the arm, it seems like.
Yep. Trainer Jenna, one of the best.
New Albany's run game, they've been able to make a lot out of nothing. They've been stopped in the backfield multiple times, just been able to get out of it.
Yep.
And they will sweep it to Johnson again. And he's going to pick up about 9, maybe get close to a first down.
Yep. So different kind of pace so far. This is a long, drawn-out drive here by New Albany, and we didn't see any of those in the first half. It was quick strike after quick strike. And also short field. So a lot of times we didn't have to go, either team didn't have to go a long distance.
And JP is back at deep safety now to fill in for Caden while he's on the sideline. And Johnson is getting close to that end zone, and he will score.
He's going to get in, I believe. Yep.
Touchdown, New Albany.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. Number 10, Miles Johnson.
So good long drive there by New Albany. Results in the touchdown. And that's going to extend their lead. I'm really glad, though, that they weren't able to get in before halftime. So the Royals have twice been down by 2 scores and been able to come back. So they're going to have to try it again here.
Towner to attempt the extra point. Snaps down, kick is up, and Towner is automatic from extra points, it seems like.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Good kicker for the Bulldogs.
You don't really see a lot of good kicking games in high school, it seems like.
And see, I got a message on my phone. Scott and Jane Barton are watching on YouTube. Thanks for watching. And I need to also thank you. I've received a couple packages for my classroom. So on my Amazon list. So I got them yesterday and today. So thank you, Scott and Jane, for helping out my classroom as well. It's going to help out some things that we're actually doing in my Intro to Communications class. So I really, really appreciate it. Oh, I had that ready for that replay. And then I see if I can get it in here. So about a 20-yard run. We just kind of elusive and got right inside the pylon. Coach Dowd. Yeah, you haven't snuck into my classroom lately. So thanks for watching, Coach Dowd. Thanks for being a family sponsor as well. I need to mention those family sponsors in the next break. That reminds me.
And Towner will kick it deep, and it's fielded by Sotelo. He's going to bring it closest to your screen. He's going to run behind his blockers, and he's going to get to about the 40, dragging New Albany defenders.
I mean, Caden's not a big guy, but he's hard to bring down.
Puts out a lot of effort on that field, that's for sure.
Caden Sotelo on the return for the Royals. Let the ball first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I'm just glad to see him out there playing and really contributing tonight, because we weren't exactly sure how much he was going to play. So he's definitely made a huge impact. And offense comes onto the field for their first possession of the second half.
Good starting field position for the Royals, starting at their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Arnold next to Houston in the shotgun. Houston, he's going to evade the rush. He's going to fire it. Caught by O'Neal.
Yep.
And that's going to be a good gain on first down.
Yeah, good. Almost. I thought Kane started to come back to the ball. He was playing receiver there, Kane Sotelo. And I thought that he was throwing to Kane originally. But then O'Neal came open and good throw and catch.
Now Kane is the single receiver to the bottom of your screen with trips to the top. Houston will give it to Zach on the run, and he's tackled for a short gain.
Yeah, really. I mean, to be honest, I feel like that's the first time I've really seen him stop Zach.
Yeah.
Zach has rarely got stopped for no gain or worse. So maybe an adjustment that New Albany's made at half. In the way that they're defending Zach's run. It probably caught him off guard a little bit. I mean, Zach had some runs last week, but
I think he's gotten a lot more carries this week than he has last.
Oh, yes, definitely. So they probably weren't expecting him to be as much of a factor in the running game as he has been. Looks like a blitz possibly.
3rd and short. Houston's going to fire, and Cole wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Cole turned around, though, and looked, because that could have been a pick six really easily. Got his hand in there and luckily knocked it down, almost became a defender there.
4th and short for the Royals, just shy of the 50 here. It's pretty important 4th down, being down 2 scores with about 6:45 left here in the 3rd. And Houston will give to...
Is that Kane?
That is...
Still up?
He's still going.
Is that Wes?
I think that's Wes Kane on 4th and short. They gave it to the power back, and he picks up the first down.
There, so Wes Kane's first carry of the game, I believe. Am I right?
I think you're right, yes. I think that's the only guy other than Zach to carry the ball.
Yeah, so that's a huge help to maybe give Zach a little breather. And maybe just show a little different look for the Royals. This drive stays alive.
And Kane will stay in at halfback on 1st and 10. And they will give it to him again. He makes a move, and he's dragged down on first contact, and there's a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what that is, but Ashton Smith was way over there, like almost on the track where that flag was thrown. Like, I don't know if they blocked him into the track. I'm not sure. I'm not sure here. The flag is against New Albany, a personal foul. It happened over in the New Albany bench, and Ashton was not even on the field. Like, after I saw the flag come up, I saw Ashton coming from the track. So I don't know if it was like some extracurricular pushing and shoving out of bounds or what happened there. But that's at least the 3rd personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct by New Albany this game.
And penalties, they're sometimes the best offense.
Yeah, for us, right now, it's keeping the drives alive and the Royals moving down the field.
Cole is the slot receiver to the left, number 5. 1st and 10 from the about 34-yard line. And he's going to fling it out quick to O'Neal. And he's going to scamper out of bounds for about a gain of 5.
So we'll take the short gain there.
And that's really what opened up the deep balls the first half, that short underneath game.
Going to open up the chat on my screen so I can see it a little better. 140 watching, so thank you for everybody joining us here on Friday Night Football in Indiana.
Mishandled snap. Houston dives on it, and we will retain possession, but we'll lose a lot of yards off that.
Yeah, that's a killer play. I mean, last week we had a bad snap in the shotgun, and we've had a couple tonight. So that's definitely something we need to shore up as this season progresses. So we're looking at 3rd and a long ways.
Gonna have to get a good chunk of yards here on 3rd down in order to think about going for it on 4th, I think.
It's like about 3rd and 21.
Yep, ball spotted on the New Albany 45, and we have a stoppage in play here.
Official calls time. And they're communicating. He's communicating with the clock. Guys, I can hear him. I don't know what he's asking for, but so here we go. I'm not sure what the problem was.
And Houston will drop back to pass. They looks to set up a screen underneath the Cole.
Oh, he's got a lot of room.
And he's got blockers out front. Cole cuts back. He's to the 10. Touchdown Royals.
Nice.
Cole Rainbow for 6.
Perfectly set up screen. Uh-oh, I see a flag. I see a flag. I see a flag.
Yep.
Pick it up and wave it. That's that was perfectly set up. You could just see it. They let the lineman through. Nice little soft touch to Cole. And the Royals are slowly walking back. So, well, let's see if we can find it here.
Points off the board here.
While we're waiting on this call, officials getting a lot of conferences tonight. Here's the replay. Let's see if we can see what they might be looking at. Perfectly set up screen.
It might be a legal man downfield. I don't know if they call that in high school football, but
yeah, I'm not sure. Possibly. I find it really interesting. I'm just watching some of the movement by some of these offensive line or these defensive players. Once Cole got it, they almost gave up.
Yeah.
In some sense. I think it's going to be a man downfield, I'm going to guess, but we'll see. I don't think the ball would be there in that case. So officials are being evaluated tonight, I believe. And they're going to just wave it off. So let's go touchdown. And this replay is not looking for a flag, but we're looking at a touchdown now by Cole Rainbolt. So on the screen pass on 4th and 21, the Royals score a touchdown. We'll get back to live play here. A lot of discussion here. I don't know if the officials know that they're being evaluated, but they're doing a lot of conferencing.
They picked up a lot of flags.
Yes, that's the 3rd flag that they've dropped and picked up. So that's interesting.
JP is on to cut the lead down to 6 with the extra point if he can knock it through. Sotelo on the hold.
Yeah, Cole comments about how quick Cole is. Cole is one of the 2 fastest players we have in the school, along with number 10, Zach Arnold. They typically will break the school record, and they'll break each other's record.
That's always good competition to have someone.
Yeah, they have someone that kind of pushes them. And so the Royals counter after New Albany coming out in the 3rd quarter and scoring a touchdown. The Royals march right down the field and match them. And it's still a 6-point game here. So, great job here.
It'll be interesting to see if we try another onside kick now after that score.
Yeah, I got to think a little bit. We're concerned about our kickoff coverage. So we're trying different things to try to, and, I mean, New Albany's an explosive offense, as we've seen. The scoring, believe it or not, has slowed down since first quarter.
But it's picked back up here in the second half. We have 2 scores here in the first 7 minutes of game time.
So, do want to mention, if you'd be interested in becoming a family sponsor, that tinyurl.com/EHRoyalPride will get you to a donation page on PayPal to donate and become a family sponsor. We really appreciate all those that have done that so far to help us keep these live streams going. They've done that every time.
Yep.
No one kicked it once, but you got to keep them honest.
And Fox will shoot it to about the 35, and number 13 falls on it.
So I think we'll take that. I think what's JP? JP kind of
wrong, or
I don't know. He's kind of coming off a little awkwardly.
Well, Caden has taken his spot back at deep safety now for the defense. He seems to be okay after coming off on that last defensive drive.
Yeah, and it's nice now. Now you got JP not having to play defense, so he can JP can maybe concentrate and get rested up for offensive possessions a little bit. Most of these New Albany players just go one way, where we have quite a few players going both offense and defense here.
And they flip it to Johnson, and I feel like he's had a lot more running room in the second half.
All right.
Maybe fatigue setting in on that Royal defense.
Yeah, you got to think. Just getting pounded on play after play after play in this heat, especially when you're dealing with the size and strength of the New Albany offensive line.
Yeah, and Johnson, he's if he was on Eastern, he'd be one of the bigger players. He's 6'1", about 190. And they will run it again. He's going to get forward progress and get the first down.
That's one of those where the offensive line just kind of shoved the defensive line back. There was no penetration, and it was just a lot of offensive line push right there. We'll see if I can find some scores from around the area here while plays are going.
New Albany with 3 receivers here. And they run it again with Johnson. He's wrapped up in the backfield by Tyler Cavaletto. I think the ball's on the ground.
Either that or he got away and almost went away. But now Carter Dishman, it looks like, was in on that play and is coming off a little gingerly. Jenna's getting an extra work here. Could be some cramping, too, with this heat. Yeah, it's getting stretched.
It looks like a cramp. We're going to have to get the pickle juice out for that one.
Yeah, everybody's favorite, pickle juice.
Pickle juice or mustard? And here's the run by New Albany, and that picks up about 3 on the play.
I like pickles, but I don't think I could drink pickle juice very much. Not very much of it. I've seen people get in kind of gag mode trying to drink that stuff down. Westell, who we play next week, lost 8-13.
Here's the run for Johnson. He's got a hole. He gets
over.
past Sotelo.
Come on, Landon. Get him down.
It's out. The ball's out.
Ball's out. Oh, he got it
I
back.
think Johnson recovered it.
Oh.
That could have been a big play for the defense.
Yeah, almost. I mean, it was almost a big play for the offense and then almost a big play for the defense. And that ball came loose, and luckily the ball bounced right back to him. I don't know if I can get that replay out. We'll try it. We'll see if we can get this replay before. Here's the play before they run the play. But the ball came out loose at the end, and it just kind of bounced right back to him. And we're back to live action.
And another run for Johnson. He's been getting the bulk of the carries here in the second half.
So here we are in the third quarter, and a lot of games going final around the state.
Another give, and Johnson is
up the middle again. I don't know why they're blowing the whistle. What's little extracurriculars again?
Eastern trying to hold him here in the red zone. If we get a stop here, it's going to be big for the offense.
3rd and short.
3rd and short. And they give it to number 12, and he's stopped in the backfield by Kane. What a stop.
Good play. Let's get a replay for the defense. Good play there by Kane. Wes Kane. We keep mentioning Kane Sotelo. That was Wes Kane.
Blew that play up.
Another score here. Former Eastern Hancock head coach Pat Echeverria wins over Fishers tonight, 28-14, with the Pike Red Devils.
4th and 5 for New Albany. Number 12 is the running back. That is Winford. Simmons from the shotgun. A tight formation for New Albany here on a big 4th and 5. Little under a minute here in the 3rd quarter. The home fans are going crazy. New Albany's going to burn a timeout.
So New Albany calls a timeout there.
Probably to maybe silence this crowd here on 4th down.
Lapel football defeats Frankton 48-14. Let's talk a little bit about our family sponsors. These are some people that's donated money over the last few weeks on our live streams. Jeremy and Amanda Atkins, Darlene Apple, Adam and Julie Barton, Steve and Sherry Barton, Joy Chiak, Dan and Kathy Engelking, Phil and Pam Hayes, Diana Lewis, Manship family, Markley family, Chris and Clarissa O'Neill, Dave and Jane Poff, David Smith, Constance Sotelo, Aaron and Jennifer Spalding, Chris and Tammy Stunda, Dee and Jeanette Wickard, Tammy Adams, William Cooper, Adam and Hillary Engelking, Dwayne House, Chris and Tracy Lewis, Diana Swan, Trisha Tuttle, Judith Ailes, Steve and Sherry Dowd, Jarrett Lewis, Ronnie and Krista Riggs, Cody Swan, Robert and Erica Whittington. So we really thank those family sponsors. If you want to become a family sponsor, there's a link in the description of YouTube and Facebook, and there's a link there that's scrolling across the bottom. So please consider to help us out if you're enjoying watching these live streams.
Another big 4th and 5 here. I'm going to guess New Albany's going to go with the play action pass here. And there's a flag on the field and they blow it dead.
So it's going to be offsides? No.
Oh, you can't have that on 4th and 5. That's a backbreaker.
Let's see it. Oh, I'm surprised they stopped the play on 4th and 5. Oh, and that's
offsides.
Let's see if it's enough, though. It might be a long 5. He's calling a first down without even moving the ball and looking at it. And now he's got to think about it. So they're going to call timeout and actually move the chains now. So I find it interesting. He was going to call that a first down, but that's a backbreaker. Giving up a offsides
on 4th and 5, especially after you call a timeout too.
I'm still surprised they stopped the play. I mean,
usually they let offsides go for the play.
Not that it would have helped the Royals any, because it only could have been worse.
And the chain gang is out and measuring it, and
it's going to be a first down, I think.
Yep.
Oh, the Royals are saying it's short.
And they're going to give it to him. First down, New Albany.
So I don't think the Royals agree, but the one official's holding it like we got to keep it in this spot, but the official that mattered in the white hat called it a first down. So I'm not sure the person holding the ball agreed. But once again, our vote doesn't count.
Yep.
So it's going to be first down. That's a tough break. So Royals got to buckle down here.
New Albany in the red zone again, trying to go up by 2 scores once again on the Royals with just under a minute here in the 3rd quarter. Simmons from the gun. He's going to give it to Winford, and he's going to run. Oh, that was a powerful run. Caden Sotelo stops him.
Nearly a first down again, if not already a first down. So it's going to be 2nd and short.
as 74 tries to hustle off. They didn't see him. He was still on the field. And
that's going to be a first down inside the 5-yard line, I believe. Maybe not. Clock is running. It looks like this is going to end the third quarter. While we're waiting, oh, now they're going to stop the clock. I would not call this the greatest officiated game.
No. A lot of picked up flags. It's benefited both the Royals and New Albany.
Calling a first down and then deciding to measure.
And I still think they missed that face mask on that Arnold fumble down here.
Right. So now they're winding the clock back.
Run the clock again. I think they fixed the clock. They put 18 seconds on it.
They did, but that didn't matter because it's still gonna run out, and they're gonna let it run out. So
really just making everyone days longer.
So a couple things here as we're getting ready to head in the fourth quarter. New Palestine with the 28-8 win over Brebeuf in their first game of the season. Not sure if I have any others. So Greenfield did not play locally, and I'm not sure who Mount Vernon played this evening. So heading into the fourth quarter, 6-point game. So the Royals need a big stop here to avoid having to have two scores to come back and win. See if I got any replays. See what my last replay was.
Hopefully the student section that's right behind that end zone can energize this defense for the stop here.
I do have a replay here. Not sure. Is this the touchdown? Or I guess is this the...
I think this is the play that got him down to the...
Oh, no, this was the tackle by Kane, yes.
Great play by Kane.
So that's when I was like, hey, we're going to do a defensive replay. Sometimes the defense doesn't get it as much love. So hope you've enjoyed the live stream tonight. I think we're at 153 viewers. So thank you. So we get ready to start this fourth quarter.
Looks like a Royal player on the sideline is getting rolled out from cramps.
Yeah, definitely the heat's becoming a factor quickly.
And Winford gets the carry, and he will...
They're going to call him down. They're going to call him short.
He'll be short, and that'll bring up second down for the Bulldogs. Second down, 1 yard to go for 6.
Oh, that's a false start. That's a false start, and they do call it.
That'll back up the Bulldogs 5 yards. And they do call false start.
False start, Bulldogs.
The Royals started to show blitz there, and the New Albany player moved. I think he was kind of blaming the Royal player, but it's going to be a false start, and it's going to move him back 5 and give the Royals a chance to a little bit more space to try to get this stop. Do you want to mention here? Oh, we may not have time, but if you've enjoyed this live stream, subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Like us on Facebook and follow us. And then follow us on Twitter as well. EH Sports Network.
Needing 6 for the score. They give it to Winford, and
it's going to be short. So here we are.
Third down.
Third and short.
And you have to think, if we get this stop in the red zone, this really shifts the momentum in Eastern's favor.
Oh yeah, you gotta get a hold here. I watch the legs of Simmons. I'd watch the legs of Simmons here.
And he gives it to Winford, and they will say touchdown.
Touchdown.
New Albany.
So still plenty of time though, and the Royal down. Hopefully, Jenna's hustling out there. I know we've had tons of issues with cramping. Jenna's getting some extra work as their trainer, athletic trainer. tonight. I'm not sure who's down, but Jen is out there with them.
New Albany players taking.
She's stretching him. I think she's stretching him.
I think that's number 14, Wes Kane.
I think it's another cramping issue. So hydration, and it's going to be really important on a hot night like tonight. Do you want to mention again? I mentioned it already, that we're doing lots of volleyball games, the home games, and we've been. This is our second football game. So if you like watching the live streams here on EH Sports Network, subscribe to YouTube, like and follow us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We really appreciate it. Sometimes we're not on. Tonight we're on all three. Sometimes we're not on all three. So every now and then we have an issue with one of them. So it's best to subscribe and follow on all of them if you can, just in case. Just in case one of them, the one you normally watch, isn't working that evening. But we've had great support this season already. I think we had 64 viewers the other night again our volleyball match, which is outstanding. It was a great match against Westell, and they're calling out for more help here. I think they're going to try to help get him off the field. So some Royals are going to come out and help. But I think we're still dealing with just a lot of cramping right now. At least I hope that's what we're dealing with here. So we're looking at a extra point here. I don't believe they've missed an extra point, have they? Or have they?
I don't think they have. I think
they
they're
have 41.
5 for 5.
So yeah,
and this could make it 6 for 6.
Yep. And it really hasn't even been, well, maybe one he had that was low.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they've been straight down the middle and deep.
Wonder if someone from the student section will try to catch the ball here.
And there's another good kick. And
Eastern back down 2 scores again.
Yep, down 13.
It's really just been a back and forth and going down 1 score to 2 scores here.
But I think one thing I know, we've been very respectable in the way that we've played this game, and we talked about the turnovers that really kill us, and so hopefully we can make a run here and get a score quickly and give ourselves a chance to win this game here at the end. You can kind of see that New Albany is going with that power running attack, and really trying to wear us down here in the second half, and we got to find a way to be able to make those stops.
Yeah, and when you have 2 really good backs like Johnson and Winford, it really makes it easy just to rotate those guys in for each other when one of them gets tired.
Next week, Royals will take on Westell right here in Charlottesville. So we do plan on live streaming that. I do want to make you aware there could be with the COVID restrictions, there's a chance that we may not be doing as many away games as we have in the past. I already know there's a couple schools that are limiting media, not letting them in the press box, and so at away games. So there's one that traditionally has not let us go to. So we'll try to do the home games, and if we are allowed to do the away games, we will try to do them. But I do want you to be aware that there may be some little less away games than what we've done in past years.
They have a different kicker out there?
It is somebody different. So maybe they got somebody else that, I don't know, has it been somebody different on the kickoffs?
And it's still a deep kick. Rainbolt fields it, and he will get to about the 30 before being brought down by a couple of Bulldogs.
So here we go. We got offense needs to be smart, but we need to be able to move the ball quickly here.
And every drive now here in the fourth quarter is going to be a big one for the Royals.
Oops. So lots of time left, though. Lots of possessions still. As we saw in the first quarter, how many possessions was in the first quarter. There's lots of opportunities here. We just got to take advantage of it.
And Houston will throw here on first down. He's going to fire it in a seam, and that's caught by Fox. And he's down to the Bulldog 45. Great throw and catch from Houston to Fox.
And that's what we're talking about. I mean, Houston's got the arm. We got the receivers. Just got to execute again. JP comes off. Similar thing. It's like a revolving door of people stretching. I think we have assistant coaches now stretching people out because Jenna has been busy. So it's definitely been a factor tonight with all the heat.
Two receivers on each side, and looks like Houston will call a timeout here.
We've had
some miscommunications with Rainbolt on what to do there.
Yeah, and we're just, I think the play clock's just getting down, and we're getting a little bit. We usually move at a very fast pace. I don't know if we're deliberately going a little bit slower with it being a with who we're playing against, opponent. We're trying to limit possessions, but right now I think we need to get as many possessions as we can, down 13. So got to get our communication figured out, get the plays going, and how many timeouts? Is that our first one that we used?
Yeah, it's the first one we used this half.
So
looks like Kane Sotelo has replaced JP as he is still on the sideline.
we are looking for a Paxton Farms Sweet Corn Player of the Game. So if you have any suggestions as this game starts to wind down, I have a few candidates in my mind. If you have a suggestion, let us know in the comments. And if you're thinking about getting sweet corn from Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, I believe we're running down to the last week or so. So it's almost out.
Cole in motion. They hand it to Zach. He's going to go outside. He gets the corner, and he's hawked down by number 24 after a gain of 7.
Yeah, good hustle there by number 24. I'm sorry, I don't have the names memorized. Tunsil. So great hustle there, chasing down Zach.
That's a hard man to track down, too.
Yeah. Zach kind of stretching out a little bit out there on his own, so.
JP has checked back in at receiver. And you have a stack formation with both receivers on both sides. And Houston will throw. It's a quick pass underneath a Rainbolt. He's going to make a move, and he has enough, it seems, for a first down.
So Cole Rainbolt making an impact here after not playing much early in this game. Cole, one of the all-time, he's just a junior, and he's already in the top 5, and maybe even top 4 of receiving yards in school history. Oh. We've had lots of taunting with our PA announcer this evening, fans. And
play clock running down here, about 5. Zach Arnold goes in motion. They snap it in time. Swan, they set up that screen that they scored on previously, and it's not going to get the same result, but positive yardage.
Yeah, it worked well. Great. It was a huge 4th and 21 play. Scored a touchdown earlier in this game. That one, Bulldogs were ready for it. Sam, they said that Sam Tunsil is one of the fastest New Albany players that chased Zach down from behind there. So we could tell Zach's one of our fastest athletes. And pretty impressive play.
And Houston will throw here again. He's going to fire it down the sideline. He's got O'Neal open, and it's caught.
Oh! Knocked away at the last second.
Great play by that defensive back. I thought he had a touchdown.
Yeah, we were already counting 6. I don't know if I can get a replay up in time. I need to delete some of these volleyball replays that are on here. I can get to them quicker. But if we go to live action, I'll get rid of it. But really nice throw. It was going to be a touchdown, but the hand goes in there at the last second and knocks it away. And now we're back to live.
3rd and 5 from the Bulldog 25. Houston from the gun. He's going to fire it over the middle and falls incomplete, intended for J.P. Fox.
First time I think maybe that we made a wrong read there or something.
Yeah.
Because nobody was open right there. But you know it's 4 down territory. Coach Gallion sending in the play now for this crucial 4th down play. If you don't get this one, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough, yes, for sure. 2 receivers to the left, to the right for Houston. Arnold in the backfield with him. And Houston will throw on the 4th down. He's gonna check it underneath to Arnold, and he's got enough for the first.
So nice job being disciplined, I think. So discipline, I mean, you got to think 4th and 5. It's hard to throw it short of the sticks.
You just got to trust in your guy.
Yeah, you trusted in Zach was going to get there, and a good throw by Houston, and the Royals move on.
And New Albany's, they've really been leaving the underneath stuff really open for us.
Right.
Kind of playing soft, trying to play off with our speed at receiver.
Yep. So a new set of downs for the Royals.
16 yards away from 6 here. Motion man Cole Rainbolt. And Houston will throw. He's going to roll. He's going to fire back across midfield. It's incomplete, intended for Landon O'Neal. He was open for a split second there.
That's twice it looked like O'Neal was going to score a touchdown, and it was knocked away at the last second.
The secondary members in New Albany, they've been really good at closing those gaps.
Right. They look like they're open. And then they get a hand in there. Here we go.
Ashton's the lone receiver out wide to the left. Houston in the gun by himself. 4 receivers to the right. He's going to get pressure. He's going to escape it. And he's going to pump fake. Gets a man in the air. And Houston falls down.
Oh, he's down. He's down. Ball came out, but he was down. And unfortunately, he fell down. He's going to be about a yard short, I think.
He had some more room to run after that.
Yeah,
too.
I think if he hadn't fell, he may have been able to get a first down there. So Royals get to the line quick here.
Great use of the pump fake, too, by Swan.
Nearly caught him with an extra man running off the field. But now they're looking for a play.
New Albany with 3 down linemen.
Again, 4 down territory.
And on 3rd and short, Houston will keep it, and it looks like he will get enough for the first, it seems like.
It's going to be close. I think it's going to be enough for where the ref official is. It is.
And they give it to him. First down, Eastern Hancock. And that should set up 1st and goal for the Royals.
So, nice drive here. One of the nice things about this drive, hopefully we can get 6 points here and 7 points, but it's giving our defense a little chance to rest.
Yeah, and you're going to need that rest with that 2 running back attack. Arnold goes in motion. It's 5 wide for Swan. He looks for the slant, and it's
going to be incomplete. Looks like it might have got deflected. Came up short.
That's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Royals. Still about 7 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the game. Plenty of time for Eastern to come back.
Right, but you got to get points here.
You got to get points, and you got to get a somewhat quick stop so they can't run the ball.
We did kick a field goal last week around this range, but I think you got to go for 6.
Down 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. A field goal doesn't do you much good here. And Houston is going to fire to the corner of the end zone. JP, and he catch by JP.
I hope that got caught on camera and that elbow wasn't in the way.
Man.
That was an amazing catch.
A one-hand snag for JP Fox.
I got the replay. I'm scared that guy's arm's in the way.
Oh, man.
So you can tell me if you saw it, but
that's a huge play for the Royals. Man.
I can't explain how great that catch was.
And JP, who just scored, will try to tack on another point here. Great grab. We've seen some really nice catches by both teams tonight.
Yeah. I really, really hope that's in view. I hope you guys saw that.
And
they're offsides.
The kick is up, and it's good. You think we'd take the
did they
point
call it?
Here? And
is it good? Let's make sure. This is a big extra point here.
Brings us within 6 if we knock it through.
Right. Big extra point. That means that's touchdown. Touchdown ties. They're calling offsides. They're going to get at least another chance. But last time they went offsides, we went for it, but I don't think there's any reason to go for it here.
No.
It doesn't really give you any advantage. Guess I could have showed the touchdown replay knowing this was going to take so long, but here we go. They're going to set up a kick again.
Sotelo to hold once again. And the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good.
Good.
And the Royals are back within 6.
So here we go. Let's watch this replay. I hope we saw it, but it was a spectacular catch in the corner. Oh, you
just see a little bit of it.
I promise. It was. You get enough of it. I think you get the idea. He snagged it one hand. Feet were easily in bounds.
Might be good even in the NFL if he gets 2 of them down.
Yeah, it was impressive. I know you didn't see the whole thing, but the Royals stay alive. Now, and like I said, I think it's important. We have 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
Plenty of time.
So clock's just a little bit off, but we're right. So lots of time here. 6-point game. It just takes one big defensive play.
And we came so close to a couple turnovers. We've had a bobble and we had a fumble that got a New Albany bounce.
Yep. Yeah, and he's got a. New Albany's just been pounding the ball, running it right up the middle, and you got to think you're going to see more of that here.
Have they thrown it yet this half? I don't think they have.
If they have, it hasn't been.
Oh, and they do the little onside kick, and it's.
I think the Royals have the ball. So the second onside kick
works.
Yes.
And that is number 10, Zach Arnold, the playmaker, doing it on offense and on special teams.
So we'll see. We kind of faked this a few times. Fake this run at the ball and kick. And bounces off. The Royals get it. So there we go. Royals going to take over. That's the best way to defend New Albany, I think, right now, is just don't let them have the ball.
I would agree.
Still a lot of time, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a 6-point game, 7 minutes and 13 seconds left. Gonna.
5 wide again for Houston. 1 receiver to the top, 4 to the bottom. Here on 1st and 10 on the New Albany side of the 50. And Houston will throw. He's going to fire the quick slant.
He's hit early.
And that seemed kind of early, and the ref does throw the flag.
Yeah, definitely.
Good call. Hopefully they don't pick this one up.
Yeah.
They do have a tendency to do that.
New Albany players are complaining right there with the official, but he definitely hit him early.
I mean, I understand you're on the field. You want to be competitive, but if it's that blatant.
You know, I coached you. You never complained to the official.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Yes.
I was like Tim Duncan.
Actually, I probably have a couple stories. But,
maybe next time. It's an interesting game.
So, big play. The penalty moves the ball. The Royals, 1st down and 10 at the 4. No, we're at the 36-yard line.
And Houston will remain in the empty set here on 1st down after the penalty. And we will throw the. Oh, it looks like the double pass. He's got JP open. Did he open? It's gone! Touchdown! JP Fox again.
We tried it earlier, and JP got knocked down. This time we try it, and we're there, but what's going on here?
I don't see a flag.
They're going to talk to the head coach. So I do not know what this discussion is. They're talking with Coach Armstrong.
And
personal foul.
They wave it off. Touchdown, Eastern Hancock.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was a touchdown. I thought he was down at the 1.
Landon O'Neal on the night, 1 for 2 and a big touchdown.
So I'm pretty sure I got that replay. We'll get to it here in a minute. We tried that play
in the first half, and JP got tripped up. And you talked about in the first half how we didn't target JP that much, but in the second half he's gotten a lot more looks.
Right. Like I said, we tried that play earlier in the game. He almost underthrew him that time.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Luckily, we had JP over there to catch it because he'll go after it and get it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that who it was? JP?
Yes, that was
How many
JP.
touchdowns JP have?
He has 2 that I know of.
The 3.
Third, because he had 1 down there.
Yeah, so he's got at least 3 touchdowns. I don't know how many touchdowns Houston has. If someone wants to tell us, we don't have.
I think Houston has 5 because Landon has 1.
Because Jarrett last week was keeping stats, and that's just next level announcing. If you can keep stats and announce at the same time.
All right, I'll try to step up my game.
I'm not that skilled. No, he's
And it looks like Eastern's gonna go for 2. Maybe they didn't score.
So
my bad.
Okay, we're down at the 1. That's what I thought. I didn't think we got in. So it is not a touchdown.
Well,
do we have the score correct on that?
Yes, the score is correct now.
So
and looks like Eastern's gonna.
It's gonna be 1st and goal from the 1.
Really important here to protect the ball. Can't have a turnover this close.
I think you're gonna see Zach.
And it is Zach. And it looks like they give it to him, and that is the Eastern Hancock touchdown, and they tie the game up at 42 apiece.
So. Weren't we just talking? It was like 10 minutes or so. We weren't sure if we had enough time, you know.
Oh, there's definitely enough time.
Now, we just after a few minutes, the quick strike offense of the Royals has them right back in, and a chance here to take. Would this be their first lead? Did we have the lead at any point?
We might have had it early in the first half. It's definitely our first lead of the second half.
I know we were down 14, 13 points at probably 3 or 4 times during this game.
Here's an extra point for the lead, and it is good.
All right, let's see these. Thank you, all of you staying up here. It's late, I know. 10:30.
Yeah, so this has an SAT tomorrow.
Oh, here is the play. The double pass.
And they caught the secondary looking in the backfield, and JP was just able to get behind him.
Yeah, and he was short there. They called a personal foul. I'm kind of interested to see where this personal foul was on this play. If it was how they tackled him.
Oh, it was on. Landon got hit late, I think. That's
what okay. So that's the play that set up the touchdown, and then here is the touchdown run by Zach Arnold. And the Royals.
We're getting some votes for player of the game here. We've gotten some for Zach Arnold, some for JP.
Yes, I mean.
We might have to just have a co-player of the game.
And I'm telling you, I was a big fan of Kane Sotelo in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
He made both interceptions you saw by Caden Sotelo was partially caused by his brother getting pressure on the quarterback. So
now
there's
the key
lots
for
of
Eastern
candidates
here is just to keep this momentum for the rest of this game for this whole 6 minutes and 50 seconds, which the momentum has shifted back and forth a lot.
Oh yeah, there's still this game is not over, so lots of game to play.
And JP here about to kick the ball off. And they do not attempt their kick formation here.
Let's see what they do here. You want to make sure we cover kick.
Here's a little. Oh, it hits someone in the foot, and 24 picks it up.
Get him down.
And we missed one tackle.
There we go.
He's down to about the 35-yard line.
So, yeah, it always worries me when they start to change direction on the field. And
yeah, you get the whole special teams flowing one way, and you cut back, and no one's in position.
So,
and now we'll probably see a heavy dose of the Bulldog run game with the two-headed monster of Johnson and Winford.
Yeah, so shifts to the defense here. Defense needs to make a big stop here, make a big play. Again, 2A Eastern Hancock
keeping up
taking
with
on
5A
New Albany.
And here's another run. That is Johnson on the carry, I believe, and he picks up a really good gain on first down.
I know rankings don't really matter. I know we moved into the rankings, getting votes after our win last week. So,
and you have to guess, like, win or lose, Eastern is going to get some attention for keeping up with a 5A school like this.
Yep, definitely.
Simmons from the gun. He's going to hand it to Johnson again. He's
good. Tyler Spear. Tyler Spear got a hold of him, just held on tight. Didn't let him get away. I think that's who it was.
And Tyler Cavallotto was slow to get up, but
let's go, big Cavallotto.
He seems to be okay.
Yeah. We need him in there. We need his strength in the line there.
Both Tylers on defense combined for the stop on that play.
Yeah.
And it is a 3rd and 4 from the Bulldog 42. Simmons in the gun. He's going to motion. I think that's Winford in the backfield, and they will give it to him. He's going to cut back.
He fell down. His knee was down.
His knee might have been down there.
Yeah, they're going to call it.
And they
he almost let him get away, but.
And that's going to bring up 4th and short for the
Bulldogs. Or at least his elbow was there. Was an elbow down? Is an elbow down in high school football?
I think so, yes.
Because he at least had an elbow down. I did hit the replay if we need to examine that later, but
4th down and 4. This is a big play for both teams here. This could decide a game.
Yes, huge play here. Still a lot of game left though.
Eastern crowding the box, expecting the run, and New Albany does run it.
Right up the middle.
And it looks like he does get it.
Yeah, push the pile there. Do want to mention we have 172 people watching, so oh wait, as yours says, we had 191. 191 people watching. Exciting game here at the end. This is rivaling some of our sectional game live streams last year with these kind of viewers. So we really appreciate you watching tonight. First down, Bulldogs.
And they fake it. It looks like their first pass of the half, I believe, and they throw it, and it's caught.
Ooh, dangerous, though.
Yeah, Smitty was there to contest it. Just a really good catch by the receiver.
I think they really thought they were going to catch us off guard and get us deep, but whoever that defensive back, I think it might have been Landon over there, wasn't fooled at all and went with his receiver. Spear comes out, and I believe I just saw Caden Nation go in the game.
And they give it to Johnson, and he's tripped up. Good tackle. I can't see who that was by. Looked like Kane Sotelo again. First time I've called his name this half. He's played a really good game, especially for a sophomore against a 5A school. And another third down and short for New Albany. Down one with about 3:50 here. Sorry, I'll get the clock set up.
Sometimes we get distracted. It's all right.
And Simmons will throw. He's pressured by Knutson, and he will get away.
Oh,
he's going to pick up the first, cut back, and he's going to take a hit.
Ooh, good pop there. I bet that was Sotelo.
Good hit.
Every time you see a big hit, it's always Sotelo. I'm telling you. He's got a shoulder. I think he popped his shoulder out, though. As he immediately came off the field, and Jenna is working on his shoulder. I got to admire Caden's toughness today. You can tell he's playing a little injured.
Yeah, he's a warrior.
And he's fighting through it here.
Him and his brother have played lights out on defense.
Yes, and timeout Royals.
Eastern will take their second timeout of the half, I believe, leaving them with one here with 3:30 left in the game.
And you got to think, even New Albany's kicker's been pretty impressive tonight.
Yeah.
So they haven't needed him to kick a field goal, but you got to think it's an option as they get down here into nearing their red zone.
And there isn't a lot of wind here, so there's no wind at his back or in his face. So it's really just going to be up to his leg strength if it comes down to a field goal for him.
All right.
But he didn't do the kickoff for him last time, so you have to
interesting.
think maybe something's wrong with him, or maybe he just wanted to take the play off.
Yep. So, like I said, if you're enjoying this game, maybe you just enjoyed the broadcast, check out that PayPal link in there. If you've enjoyed watching the game, there's a donation. It'll let you donate any amount. So
don't be shy.
So if you've enjoyed the live stream, we appreciate all the support that you can offer. Maybe you saved the money from driving 2.5 hours, or maybe you saved the money just because you didn't have to buy a ticket, or concession. So we really appreciate the support that we've had, and hope you've really enjoyed the live stream tonight. It's been an outstanding game. It always makes it fun to do these kind of games,
It's been a really great game.
Right down to the wire here. So you can tell it's going to come down to somebody's going to make a big play here, and it's going to be the difference in the game.
It's either going to come down to who scores last or who gets the first stop.
So here we go. First down.
Johnson in the backfield next to Simmons. Just a one receiver look, it looks like. Eastern stacking the box here. Simmons looking to the sideline. And they will give to Johnson.
Oh, he's got a hole.
He's got room. He breaks the tackle, and it's going to be close to the first down.
Now you got to watch this clock. I don't know why the clock's not running, but
I think a first down, it stops to move the chains,
sorry.
and then it resumes.
Thank you. Kind of forgot about the first down. Good run there, though, by New Albany. And that you can tell they've been leaning on that this whole second half.
They've attempted one pass this whole second half, I believe. A little above 3 minutes left here in this game. New Albany down by 1 in the red zone. And Simmons will give to, I think that's Winford, I believe, number 12. It is. And if you're Eastern, if you hold them to the field goal here, that's a pretty big win.
There we go.
And I think that was Winford again on the carry. And he picks up enough for the first down, and that'll stop the clock at 2:20 for them to move the chains.
New Albany defeated Bloomington South last week.
35-47.
So Royals defeated Alexandria last week, so both teams looking to try to go 2-0 here in this battle.
And it's really been a game of evenly matched teams that's ran different types of schemes here. Again, another one receiver look here for New Albany. Just under 2 minutes to go.
Again, they're kind of just running some clock here.
Yep, chewing up clock.
Trying
to give Eastern the least amount of time possible to score. Minute 30 left here in this game. It's been a great one so far, and it looks to be an exciting finish. Simmons gives, and going to be short. Eastern only has one timeout, so that's important to remember here. And they use it. With about a minute 08 left here in the game. It's 3rd down and 1.
From the 1.
So they can't get a first down to continue to run clock.
We are still looking for Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game. Lots of candidates. Either way, I mean, the Royals got to be pretty happy with how they've competed tonight against a 5A school.
Yeah, that's definitely a measuring stick game for them, and they've lived up to the task.
Yeah, I mean, I know Coach Gallion looked into it. This New Albany team is by far the largest school we've ever played in football, varsity football. And so we've competed and been right with them. And they're not a bad team. They beat Bloomington South last week, so it's not like it's a bad 5A team. They're winning games against other big schools. So
big 3rd down. They need 2 yards for the touchdown. They got 2 downs to get 2 yards here. Simmons from the shotgun, and that is Winford, I believe, next to him. There's 2 receivers to the right of Simmons. And they snap it. It's a give up the middle.
It's going to be a touchdown.
And they will get the touchdown, which...
Still a lot of time. Minute 4.
There's still a minute left with this offense. So New Albany takes a 5-point lead here. And it looks like they will attempt the extra point. I figured they'd go for 2 here to make it a 2-point game, or a 7-point game.
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
Yeah, interesting call here.
But they also they're going to call timeout.
I think they realized what they were about to do.
Yeah, I think they've changed their mind possibly. Or there's an assistant probably caught the head coach and said, "Hey, are we sure?" And now they're just going to talk it over. But their kicker's been pretty much automatic. I mean, there hasn't been much issue there, but he's going to pick up his tee, so that makes you think they are going to go for 2 here to try to make this a 7-point game. But I'll tell you this: if they make this a 7-point game and the Royals score a touchdown,
go for 2.
They're going for 2. So I don't know if it really matters.
How do overtimes work in high school football? Is it like the NFL? Or?
It's been a while since we've had one. I mean, I'll be honest, in the last few years we haven't been in too many close games. We've been mercy ruling a lot of people. And so we haven't had a lot of overtime games since we've been doing it. So I am not 100% familiar with it.
Looks like Caden Sotelo is on the sideline in a cast here. Hate to see that. He's played such a great game with 2 interceptions and some pretty good hits. Hopefully he'll be okay for next week's game against Westell. And it's a 2-point.
Oh, it was deflected.
And caught.
Deflected and caught.
So New Albany takes a 7-point lead here.
So here we go.
64 seconds left remain in the ball game.
I want to just say, if you were talking to our coaches before coming in this game, you get the ball with 1 minute and 4 left, down by 7, with a chance to win or tie or win the game. I think they'll take it. I think they're ready. They want to have a chance to win. That's what these players, these coaches, they play the game for, is a chance to win at the end. And that's the opportunity that's before them right now. It's a late game. I feel for New Albany and their drive home tonight. So it's going to be a late night back there. But it's been a great game. Either team, I mean, both teams have played really well, competed, lots of momentum shifts.
93 points scored. We got the high offense that we expected here. Just took a while in the first half.
Right. We kind of talked about that before the game. Like, these teams can score some points. It's going to be who can stop the others.
Now, do you think New Albany will just try to get the onside kick and run the clock out? That's an interesting.
I think it's risky to give the Royals a short field here. I think if you're going to make the Royals win, you want them to have to go a long distance here in 1 minute 4, and also realize that the Royals do not have any timeouts.
I think if they kick it deep here, it shows that they trust their defense. And it looks like Eastern isn't expecting an onside kick. And looks like Towner isn't going to be the kicker again.
They've been kicking away from Zach. They've been going at Cole.
Well, I mean, in that situation, it's pick your poison. They're both burners.
So Cole is I don't know if Zach's had any kickoff returns for touchdowns, but Cole does. So interesting to see where they go with this. You can see we kind of get out of the way there.
And they do kick it deep, and Arnold will field it. He's going to come back to the near side of the field, and he's going to...
Oh, he lost the ball!
Out,
and that's going to be the ball game.
Oh, you hate to see a game like this end like that.
So that's rough. Zach fumbles the football. New Albany recovers on the kickoff return.
Man, that's a heartbreaker.
So Zach's trying to make a play there, and he's a guy that can make a play there. But coughs it up, and now pretty much they can take a knee here and run it out.
But if you're Zach, there's no reason to hang your head just because of that play. He's played great all game. He's had multiple plus 20-yard runs and some big catches too.
So no shame with what the Royals have done. Like we mentioned before, 2A Eastern Hancock facing the largest school they've ever played in football, New Albany. And they go and they play Westell next week in our conference opener. So you got to think they're in a victory formation, and you can see the disappointment a little bit in our team, but they got to be proud with how they played.
And New Albany will need out one more time here, and that'll wrap up the game as players shake hands at midfield.
It will be interesting to see, we talked about how the changes happen at the end of the games. The handshake line seems to be a thing of the past. But you can see those guys that's been battling in the trenches there, they respect each other in there. You can already see the shaking of hands.
And that should do it here in Charlottesville as the Eastern Hancock Royals play a tough game against New Albany. Really showed some Royal pride out here. And they end up losing by 7 at a score of 50-43.
Yeah, so I know the team's they're going to be disappointed, but they've got to be pretty happy with the the fight that they showed. We were fighting some injuries too.
Yeah.
All night, people were going down. You can kind of see they kind of just wave the other team. That's the new kind of handshake, is a wave. Congratulations. Good luck next week. We do need to come back. I know we're going to lose. I'll start just throwing some replay up there because we lost our stream. Or we'll put that up there for now. But we do need to come up with a Paxton Farm Sweet Corn player of the game and talk about some candidates that we could be. Obviously, Houston with the play at quarterback.
JP had a great game.
JP had some great plays catching the ball. And
the Sotellus on defense.
Sotellus. 2 interceptions by Caden Sotelo. I mean, holy cow.
By Kane.
I mean, it's so hard to choose.
And the line could get some love, too. They only allowed 1 sack against a team that had a lot of really big and strong players, it seemed like.
Offensive line was just solid. I think we gave up 1 sack.
1 sack.
Opened up holes for Zach.
Yeah, Zach barely got tackled for a loss.
I mean, gosh, I always hate going with the whole cop-out, give it to the team thing. But, gosh, there's so many people here that I think are well-deserved of it. Zach is another one.
Yeah, he played great.
I mean, Zach, I know he's going to be disappointed with the fumble there at the end, but I mean, he was a major factor in his running early on in this game. So many people we could look at. And do you have a vote here? I'm trying to see.
I would probably give it to JP.
We do have some votes in here as team effort. So a team thing. I'm just trying to look at.
I see a lot of team effort out there.
Caden Sotelo was awesome, and he was coming off some injuries. He was coming off with a tweaked knee. In fact, I was told he probably wasn't going to play at all tonight, and he got 2 interceptions after not planning on playing. So Caden Sotelo, like Coach Colson's mentioning there, would definitely be a factor. We talked about Kane and how he stepped in as a sophomore. Gosh, I don't even know. I'm just so many people.
Houston seems like he's made another jump from year 2 to year 3 as a starting quarterback so far.
Oh, yeah.
I know he had some turnovers today, but one of them was on a Hail Mary that really didn't matter.
Yes. Yeah, and he was solid too. Like Houston, he almost get spoiled with Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Because he plays so well week after week for the most part. And just so sometimes he throws 5. I don't know how many touchdowns he had tonight, 4 or 5, and you were almost overlooking him.
Yeah.
And that would be like automatic selection. So
he made some great throws into some tight windows.
So I think I'm kind of leaning toward. I'm going to say team effort / I'm going to give the Caden Sotelo a little bit of a nod because, like we said, he
fight through injury and play like that.
He was playing injured, and he's the senior leader out there. He plays offense, defense. He was constantly coming off the field dealing with some kind of injury back and forth, but he wasn't out long. He'd go right back out there and trying to help his team out. So I think I'm leaning toward Caden Sotelo as our Paxton Farm Sweet Corn player of the game tonight. But we could very easily give it to the entire team. Like we mentioned all the candidates, and they're all very, very well deserving. So I know a lot of people, Royals fans, are just disappointed, but I think our kids fought hard, played well, and really represented the school well in this matchup tonight.
Yeah, they were down multiple scores multiple times, and some teams would just give up and hang their head and just lay down, but this Royal team showed some pretty good fight out there.
Yeah, there was like 3 times they were down by 13 or more points and fought right back and got into the game. So showed a lot of perseverance and really impressive. I do want to, before we get done, I want to thank Turner for doing the game tonight.
Thanks for having me.
He was awesome. I thought he did a great job, and I appreciate what he does in the class as well, and I appreciate what my Intro to Communications class worked on this week, getting ready for that halftime report this week as well. So I think we're going to sign off here. We will see you next week
against West Dell
here in our Mid-Eastern Conference opener against West Dell. So thanks for joining us. Good night.